This nigga. Oh my gosh. The live stream is picking up my mic.
What's with all the droids lately? My wife get to you too?
Negative. I just don't like organic meat bags. Except for the master, of course. Agreement. My
He's like a demented Rottweiler
No, he's a Rottweiler, is what you're saying.
with a gun.
No, he's a Rottweiler.
He's a yeah, because Rottweilers walk up to you, bark, and fill you with 9mm. Anyway, give me 1 sec. We're gonna start here in a minute, but
We're
Diego
live, ladies and
just
gentlemen. Love
messaged.
you.
Great. I just got messaged back by the artist, so give me like 5 seconds to respond to him.
Oh, cool. Skibbity bop.
Skip it up.
I heard that, Daniel. Disgusting.
Disgusting. Connect. You're fucking joking. Profile. There it goes. No, it's back. Father, help!
Good old Ray.
Good old Ray Brown man. Connect the phone real quick to walk and do something.
Be able to participate.
All right. So I assume the bot works phenomenally well.
It's also a loud bot.
Yes, it is. Make sure that you edit it down. Where is our last member?
Skibbity bop.
Skibbity bobbin' butt.
We're still waiting.
Mm-hmm. I'm giving him 2-3 more minutes.
Who?
Ah, that's right. He's in Orlando.
That might cause issues.
Not really.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I can easily say, you know what? I'll just handle it. I don't need to explain myself. Fuck you. All right.
Did we start?
We're about to.
Oh, okay. I just got back. I had helped my parents unload.
Peyton is in Orlando, so we're a little, without a Jedi. We've always been without Jedi.
Me, so back.
All right, so this means, boys, that we are going to move along without our stalwart friend due to the severe amount of blood loss, honestly. So, boys, if everyone is ready, then I welcome you back to Star Wars Enforcers. Ice and Cot, you stand in the chamber with the device that has given you one of the greatest gifts that you could possibly imagine. You, Cot, hold Bistro unconscious from the amount of blood that she just lost. And you you feel that she has not much life left in her. And you've heard Hiram. Hiram, you called for 40 stormtroopers, you called for a medical detail, and you've called for a camp to be set up outside the temple, correct?
Yeah.
Very well. So, Cot, you know medical assistance is on the way. Kandor has been taken out. Bistro has healed herself and Kandor sufficiently to stop the bleeding, but she is still very pale for her race, for her color.
She looks pretty bad.
Yeah. Set her down somewhere soft. We'll wait till medical detail shows up.
Well, I don't think this place really has a soft area. It's a lot of stone.
Put her near the entrance, Scott.
Outside,
Okay.
bud.
Okay.
Ice, what did you find out?
I have a
I'll
question
send it to you.
for him. Ice, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Considering your connection with the extermination of the Jedi Order, what would Ice have taken the information and just stored it, or would he be actively staring at it as if unable to remove his attention from it?
He'd be doing his job. He'd be sending the video footage to Hiram MR13 and asking MR13 to send it to who he needs to so that we can start.
He'd be all business about it then.
Yeah.
Very well then. So with that in mind, Hiram, you receive the data, and in its current form, it is simply a broadcast. It is simply a video recording of his helmet. It can be edited, sharpened, enhanced later, and if the device were to be reset and reused, obviously you could get a similar reading. However, you can take a snapshot, as if freezing frame in the video, and see hundreds of lights.
I'll keep it unedited.
Okay. Ice, how many copies of this would you make, or would you simply leave the original footage unaltered?
I'll say I'll make a copy, and I'm sending the copy to them.
Okay, and again, it was to Hiram and...
MR13.
Okay. What would MR1300 be doing with this information?
Fuck.
Honestly, absolutely nothing. He'd keep it, make a copy in case one of the files gets corrupted, and he's not part of the Inquisitorius in any shape or form, and believes that Hiram will have a good call to what to do with this information.
Okay. Burn, where are you currently? I know you're outside, but where are you?
Outside on Overwatch of Kandor's body. He heard what Kandor said and thus is very fucking on edge.
Yes. There is a single squadron of clone troopers, meaning 9 of them, that came with the LAAT. You see Boyle is still in the driver's seat, and he's just looking down into the cockpit. All of the clone troopers are uneasy. In fact, you notice the one to your left flicking his blaster safety on and off. Just... you could cut the tension with a knife.
Captain, any ideas for the information or what that device did?
You hear Fordo answer quietly over the comms. My apologies if I sound a little bit different, sir. I've taken this to my private quarters where we are soundproofed and secure. I'm plugging the data in now, sir, and I'm starting a triangulation, but a biotic scan of this biological area. It'll take hours, maybe days, sir, and we can't be sure that it's precise. We have planets, maybe a continent on each one. I'm already getting a read on... What is this? Ilum, sir.
Mountain of data. Great.
Sir, with all due respect, initial estimates say hundreds, sir.
Yes. And just for my safety, the tomb, do we have a carbonite encaser?
Sir? You hear him confused and bewildered. As if, what on earth are you asking for and why?
Carbonite encaser, typical thing for a tomb I've seen. Keeps the body fresh or keeps someone in stasis indefinitely. We might need it.
For long-term storage, we have a carbonite facility at our position. Sir, are you putting one of my men in carbonite?
Not one of yours, and you're not going to have to worry about that. Let's just say it's above most people's pay grade.
Well then, sir, allow me to speak at mine. Carbonite on an organic being? Sir, that's never been tried before. Well, considering the clearance and this is a private channel, it has been tried before, but that's not supposed to be common knowledge.
Well, I don't think the Force sensitives would be too bothered by getting encased.
I'll
just have it ready in case we need it.
Yes, sir. I will, and I'll be presiding if we need it.
Hiram would be.
And send an extra security detail.
Say again, burn, and then I'll describe.
Send an extra security detail. Heavy weapons and shielding.
Enhanced melee weapons, sir. And Hiram, you walk out and see Burn, and Burn respond.
Melee ranged. You cover everything just in case.
And you see Hiram step up beside you. Yes, sir. I'll ensure that it's all prepped, sir. I actually have some veterans of the Order who have been training for such an occasion, sir. I'll send them immediately. And he cuts the line.
What are you doing, Burn?
Getting a security detail.
I already had
the sound
on the way.
Kandor knew that this was here. He knew exactly what it was.
Well, I can't have a private company digging in with us, and this is something that needs.
They won't be digging. They'll just be defending our area and keeping Kandor locked down.
One person who finds out what any of this is, you can't trust anyone's lips whatsoever.
Affirmative.
You can have them
relay that order.
Hold on. Have them set up a perimeter about 10 miles around the area, and have them keep things safe that distance. That way they know they're dealing with something, but they don't know what's happening here. Also, I need your best scouts.
Yes.
I need them to be keeping an eye on the Mandalorians. I don't trust Gar Saxon. He might be out plotting something against Kot, and I want to keep that safe. So get your best scouts out there. Tell them that we need to make sure that Gar Saxon is doing what we told him to do, which was executing certain individuals, but we're also going to leave them to it. But if he, for any reason, shows any signs of betrayal, we need to know. Can your men do that?
I believe so. Forno.
Yes, sir.
Keep that company at 10 miles around our position. These scouts sent out to these coordinates, and he's gonna send the coordinates of Gar Saxon's location. Have them scout and make sure that Gar Saxon is not doing anything fishy. There should be individuals being executed in the Mandalorian method.
Yes, sir. And, sir, you want me to belay the specialized squadron for anti-order operations.
Keep that squadron at a 10-mile radius around us.
Yes, sir. If it's all right with you, I'll put some of the 332nd Siege with them just to give them a little more firepowered range, sir.
He's gonna look at Hiram. Siege engines sound good.
Yeah, that's fine. Tell them to drop the numbers. They're no longer military. He's gonna walk away.
Bring the heavy guns. We keep them at the 10-mile mark.
Yes, sir. We've put some explosive modules and some Z6s. We'll see what we can do. I'll send Rook and Zealot out to make sure that those boys actually do what they're supposed to do. Zealot will make sure that the shot's good, even if the Mandalorians don't, sir. Over and out. Click.
I'm gonna contact the Cutlass, and I'm gonna call ICE to my position.
You pull up the Cutlass, and Lance answers, "Sir, you had need of the Cutlass."
I know it's going to take 24 hours, but recall Nowhere Station and the Star Destroyers. Have them dock with Nowhere Station and bring it into orbit.
Do you want me to inform Captain Jedrode or Captain Dodonna of the development, sir?
Nope, I just want them to set up a blockade around the moon, and we'll hold position there.
Sir, forgive my overstepping of my programming, but I am a learning AI. Permission to declare this an emergency. Essentially only able to be overridden by priority code 0.
Affirmative. Hiram, over and out.
And Hiram, do you have a built-in heads-up display into your brain, or do you want it to go through only your datapad?
Just on my datapad.
Very well then. You see the Cutlass, a long list of commands, but the condensed version is: orders have been received from commanding officer. Ship on priority mission. Emergency code 0. No one will be able to contact or commandeer your ship unless your direct say-so, Hiram. You and your ships are directly under your orders and are in the dark.
ICE.
Yes, sir. Or Hiram.
You ever gone into something like this?
Did you say that again? I didn't hear
You ever go into something like this?
No. Nothing involving the Force.
Awesome. He's gonna light up a cigar. Wonderful. Okay, well. You'll still have to take
Those are first for everything.
Did you understand what I said?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Just relax. I'm gonna be right behind you. We will go into the temple, and we will figure out what else is here. To be completely fair, ICE, I don't see anything more important than that. And he points to your helmet.
Don't worry. I've already sent copies out. Or I've already sent one to you and to MR, who I'm sure have already backed up one as well.
Agreed. I need you to keep your wits about you. I don't know if the captain is going to wake up, and if he doesn't, then we're going to have to go in blind, but get your ammo squared away, get your armor polished. I need you tip-top shape.
Copy that.
Hiram's going to wait for the shuttles to land to start setting up base camp.
The shuttles full of stormtroopers are specifically the shuttles that you requested. You are able to organize the stormtroopers, all of them. Hiram, this is the first time you've seen the stormtroopers on a mission. You've seen them patrol, you've seen them work. You've never seen them in an actual combat situation. All of them fall out, line up perfectly straight. Their E11s are slotted into the extended versions. They have the butt of the rifle fully extended, and they have barrel extenders on the front. In fact, you notice that some of them have the barrel extensions. The front line of troopers have the barrel extensions widened so that they can have better heat dissipation. These guys are ready for a close quarters firefight.
How many do I have?
You have 40, as you requested.
All right, listen up. You're gonna set up a ground-based delta. I need 10 of you out patrol. 10 of you stay here. The other 20, get your rest and get ready to switch out every 8 hours. I'm going to contact the shuttles. Get back up there and bring me 60 more. I want 100 troops down here. I want medical, I want a mess hall, and I want barracks built in the next 3 hours. Go.
Hiram, you notice that the pilot you speak to, and you notice this in passing, as you're much more focused on ensuring that the orders are carried out, you notice that the one flying the shuttle would be the female pilot. And give me a moment. You notice that she gives a curt nod, and she takes off in her shuttle, and she goes to carry out your order.
All right. Saber
Crewman
Squad.
Madeira.
Saber Squad, set everything up for yourselves right now. Do not get in the way of the stormtroopers. Prepare yourself. We're going in. We're going dungeon diving.
How close is Burns' delivery?
The delivery of the troopers and the heavy weaponry?
Of my special order item?
Ah, yes.
Depending on delivered is what is gonna get.
Yes, Primordial, please forgive me. There was a lot to prepare for this session. Which item are you referring to? You may DM me or say it out loud.
Oh, it's the buddy, my companion.
Ah, yes. I was looking forward to this. I'm sorry it slipped my mind about that. So,
He has stealth and piloting, so
so I will say, Hiram, make me a perception check.
Sure.
Even with your passive, I'll make this good. Let's see. I'll make you make it. Okay. You notice that as the shuttles take off, out of the corner of your eye, one of the shuttles, the pilot gets in the seat and takes off. And as it flies away and the landing pad closes, you see a tiny little black automaton fly out of the ship and fly right over to Burn. Burn, as you hold out your left arm as one would for a falcon, and the legs latch around your arm and the head tilts.
there you are.
Burn, would you like to introduce the party out of character to your little friend?
I now have a tracker droid. The name him
And-
Bip.
Bip. And I will post his token here. And this is Bip. He is a droid
This is a bit
similar.
large.
Yeah,
That's a bit large for a
It's-
tiny droid.
It's to show the actual detail. It is like the droid used by Iden Versio. So if you played Battlefront 2's campaign, think functionality like that. It is Burn's own personal tiny automaton.
Captain, hope you don't mind.
Who?
Captain, fuck my brain. Admiral, hope you don't mind.
Just messing with you, bro. I'll allow it. Nox is going to be with me too, so we're not going in completely alone.
You see Nox's tongue lash out and lick one of his eyeballs before he slinks back down in.
All right, Saber Squad, you got 20 minutes.
So who's exploring where?
We've got 20 minutes to set up before our thing.
Yeah.
Hmm? Before the delve, you've got 20 minutes to set up before the delve. Is that what you're giving him? Very good. Caught.
Nice.
Go ahead, please.
No, you go.
Caught. You are still just kind of holding Bistro, and Vodshan is looking down over you. My dear, do you think your life is worth much more now, my lord? Do you think it would be responsible of me to try to use the device?
Why would you need to use the device?
Our people disappeared, been scattered. I was born with almost no knowledge except of who we were, who we could be. If I simply don't know how much blood I have, but if I could perform this act in furtherance of the goal, would it not be a worthy sacrifice for you?
Really quick, I thought she said that she was talking to other Tong, and that they even said that they were happy to know that one of our race was going to become Mandalore or something.
Yes, she was in contact with a few, but your race has... Yes,
Okay,
it's not as if your people have a
misjudged
central
the
government.
number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Tong have been scattered and divided,
Yeah.
and they're not even the normal Mandalorians, the human Mandalorians are much more centralized. These Tong were fringe groups that she ran into almost by accident.
Okay, that was confusing me. All right. Burn, by the way, you're echoing.
Oh, fuck it. God damn it!
Well, I think between the both of us, if we were to share our blood, it would be a lot more safer.
But it would not be safe for our people. I am merely proposing an option, my lord.
If Hiram allows it, I believe we should, but only when we know that it is safe. After all, look at Bistro.
She kneels next to her.
And
Go
there's
ahead.
not... Well, actually, no. God, what I know about blood types. Never mind.
Yeah, your intelligence is 7?
My intelligence is 8.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
She kneels next to Bistro. She should be getting care, not lying unconscious in some lab.
They will get our care. And I must admit, I am worried. But I also know you can take care of yourself. So if you... I believe we both think that this would be a good idea, but let's first wait till after, and also till they have medical here. I don't want to risk losing you.
She kind of smiles. Thank you, my love. But let us not speak of these prematurely. We have work to do.
Agreed.
So, Hiram, Ice, Burn, MR1300. You four will be exploring Cot. Will you explore with them, or will you maintain Bistro?
If there is people around who can take care of her, I will, unless Hiram wants me to stay with Bistro.
I want all of able-bodied Saber Squad with us.
Okay.
I will leave Bistro with the troopers out down, and say that this person needs medical.
You hand the very sickly and weak Bistro to the stormtroopers. They don't even flinch as they whip out a stretcher, carry her off, and put her in one of the tents that they are quickly setting up. Hiram, you notice that several of the stormtroopers have begun pulling out tool sets. They are wearing expanded. A couple of them are wearing expanded tool belts, and you notice that they are putting down frames for large tents. In fact, one of them that is emblazoned with the Imperial, symbol of the Imperial Navy, is being set up for you as a sort of a war room.
I need a perimeter So go ahead and start.
So, gentlemen, you have 20 minutes to do what you will with your time before the temple is begun exploring, or we can simply jump to there now.
Right before we leave, I'm just going to set up. I want it to be where the entrance of the temple or the tomb, whatever you want to call it, is in the back of this camp. So the perimeter is sandbags all the way around with stormtroopers. I don't know if we have these. We never talked about it, but I want E-webs on each corner of the perimeter, and I want mortar teams to set up their own pits behind the perimeter, obviously, and I want, like I said, a set schedule of patrol around the area. Eventually, the idea is, once we're done here, we're handing it over to the Inquisitorius, and whatever troopers they have can use the same base.
Considering the fact that you called for an initial squad of 40, which is not a small number by any means for stormtroopers, and then are calling down an additional 60, Lance has seen fit to give the order that E-webs, mortars, as well as a shield generator, which is extremely high draw for energy consumption, but can be put up to cover a wide radius, are loaded onto the Sentinels, and they will be here by the time you guys dive back into the temple.
Yeah, I just want to set it up to keep the beasts at bay, and if the Mandalorians get a little testy. But mainly, eventually, when the Grand Inquisitor is told about this, Hiram is thinking, we've already set up most of the legwork. You can take over now after we've explored. So, whenever we are meeting up, I would like to meet in the main room with everybody and pretty much give them my plan.
So, again, remember, Hiram, the only thing I will remind you of is, due to the code you've given Lance, your ship will not be accepting contact from anyone, nor will it be making contact with anyone outside of the orders given to Nowhere Station. If they wish to contact you, they may, as they are part of your battle group, but nobody will be contacting you. You will have to make all the outgoing calls. Nobody will be given any information about what you're currently doing.
Okay. That sounds good. I would like 100 TIE fighters and 50 TIE bombers on patrol around the planet while we are out of the ships when Nowhere Station arrives.
Yes, I will also say that the fleet overhead consists of an Imperial Class 1 Star Destroyer as well as several Architens class light cruisers.
But they're mainly over Onderon, as that's mostly the.
They're actually over the factory itself.
Okay.
Which the Star Destroyer, I believe, was called in over the Mandalorian compound, if I'm not mistaken, Byrne.
Is there a? Go ahead, Byrne.
To make a show of it.
Is there a? Do I outrank the person in charge of that battle group?
That battle group's under the direct command of Byrne and Captain Fordo, and you are an admiral. The captain in charge of the Star Destroyer is under the command of Byrne whenever he's on world. Think of it like a military governor being in the city that he rules.
Gotcha.
You are the admiral here.
I am commandeering their battle group and making it mine. And I'm telling them they are not allowed to make any contact with anybody unless someone outranks me.
And you hear the captain respond over the comms. Yes, sir. I'll actually personally run any communication attempts, successful or otherwise, through you. Keep you informed.
Very good. All right. Once everybody's ready, I'll brief them before we head in my war room.
All right. The tent is set up. Everything is ready. And at the last, all of you stand in the war room.
Well, without our Inquisitor, we don't know too much of what we're looking for. So this is pretty much a clearing mission. If we see any hostile creatures or otherwise, we clear it. We just get rid of it. Minimize damage to anything. So I'm not limited. I'm not saying you can't use your ranged weapons, but be conservative about what you shoot. Because if you know you can hit the target, hit the target. But if you miss, you damage something important, we may lose something that His Majesty could use here. And I can't tell you how important, and I'll bring up the map, like, on the terminal in front of everybody. I can't tell you how important this is. We know where every Force user is, where every potential Force user is, at least where their last location is. And if they're in hiding, they're not going anywhere.
That's a lot of information.
It is.
Real big.
But we are going Jedi hunting after this, mark my words. We're going to go to Coruscant. We're going to refurbish it. We're going to make sure everything is replenished on Kuat. And then we're going to go hunting. This squad that we have here is covert, and we can do the Inquisitorius job by all means. So, does anybody have anything else they want to put in before we head into the depths? Very good.
Nothing I can think of.
Sounds good. Ice, you take point. Everybody else, find a spot. We're moving in, and we are keeping everything clear. We're going to go to a private channel for ourselves. I don't want anybody else hearing about all this. Alright. Let's move out.
Gentlemen, the temple in and of itself is largely unexplored. You may search for what you will, in any direction.
Best
Have
to...
Bip sit on my head.
Alright, so you're gonna have Bip sitting on your skull, like attached to your helmet?
Yes, and that's singularly because he has a feet.
Okay. Kot, you may move you and Voltron wherever you please.
Hey,
Hiram.
I have that
Lightsaber.
too. Yeah, I'm gonna hand you the lightsaber.
Oh my fucking, can it not do that? There.
I'm gonna turn in the lightsaber inside the door.
You hand him your lightsaber, Hiram, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you stick the lightsaber in Ice, and you... With a snap hiss, you ignite it. Ice, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
You step into the room, you open the door, and Barris is standing on the other side. As he grabs you by the throat, your hands reach for your own throat, the lightsaber deactivates and clacks to the floor as you close your eyes to struggle for a moment and reopen them, and Barris is gone.
Oh, you okay? Nice.
Ice leans down and picks up the lightsaber. Yeah. He'll turn and hand it to Hiram.
Hiram's just going to stare at him and take the lightsaber. Just for
You
his
do it
call.
next time.
Well,
I'll step forward.
um,
And I do have my glow rod still.
stop, pause, everyone. Before we go into a new room, just give me a chance to look it out. And I also have Dungeon Delver, so I'm going to make either a perception or an investigation, depending on what you want me to do.
I'll make the perception check if you want to make the investigation.
Either one, that's fine. I get advantage on either.
I'm going to do a perception check if that's alright, Rook.
Please go ahead. Perception check for traps.
Natural.
Secret doors. Okay. So you do not detect any doors in this room, Hiram. Ice, you're looking for traps specifically?
Yes.
Ice, you do not detect any traps inside this room. You see that there is a door here on the far end. And this seems to be a thoroughfare. This seems to be sort of a waiting area. There is not much of note in the room other than a few benches. There seems to be a few etchings in the wall, but other than that, this room seems pretty much uninteresting.
I'll continue on then. By the way, how far is that investigation reach?
It reaches the whole room, I'll say, because
whole room?
you guys are illuminating the whole chamber. Considering
Alright,
how many
then I'll-
different versions of dark vision and how many lights you guys must be using, I'm not going to mince words here. You're probably illuminating the whole chamber.
Ice will take a step to the side. Remind.
Yeah, of course. And I will activate the lightsaber.
Okay. You activate the lightsaber, Hiram, and you open the door. And as I am going to reveal...
All perception in here. Nox, watch our 6.
You see him growl and turn and watch the back.
Alright. Ice, follow me. And I'm just gonna get right in here and I'll do a perception check.
Okay. Make a perception check down the hall. Roll for me, please.
Yep.
You have 60 feet?
Yeah. 25. I'm gonna re-roll that. 12.
Will somebody hold that for me, please? Thank you. I actually have it traced out. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna re-roll that 12 real quick, see if I get something better. No, 25.
Yeah, you did. The 25, you look down the long hallway, and you're specifically looking for traps.
Yeah.
2 of these stairs are fake.
Alright, I'm just gonna point out which ones are fake. And then I'm going to gesture that for Ice to lead us.
Can I also make a perception check? Just to be sure.
Go for it. MR 1300. 4 of these stairs are fake. I assume you point them out to your squadron.
Yes, I do.
Very good. You're a quiet Canadian, I have to be sure.
Alright, carefully avoiding those steps, I will go over.
I would do the same. Actually, he'll wait till Ice moves.
It's about 3 feet worth of stairs, and they're not a very large drop. I'd say it's easy for you guys to just straight step over them.
Alright.
Is there something here, Rook?
There is a doorway.
Hiram?
This is a set of double doors. Large doors. They will require some effort to move.
Cut!
Wait,
I got
let's have a
this.
look before
Damn.
we do anything hasty.
Nox, go ahead and head down and see what you see.
Head down the hallway? Alright. How far is Nox's dark vision?
30.
30 feet? Okay. I will just, because it doesn't go that far. Reveal that.
Alright, keep going, bud.
Alright, and I will say there is a doorway here.
Smile if you see anything good.
You just hear a yip in the hallway, which means nothing.
Awesome. I'll activate the lightsaber. Get ready to push.
Alright.
Hiram, you...
What should I look to? What should I use to look for traps right now to see if the door is trapped?
It would be an investigation on a door. Perception if you're looking for like faulty wires or like stones that are false.
Yeah, properties of the door would be perception. The door itself, looking for mechanisms, would be investigation. Think of the difference between stonemasons and carpenter's tools. It depends on what you're looking for specifically. So you're looking for specifically stuff about the door's mechanics.
Yes.
Okay. It looks to be the same as every other door you've encountered thus far. Hiram, you activate the lightsaber, and my question to you is, how so?
I just activate it in my hand.
Describe the action particularly for me, please.
With my hand facing as if I'm going to shake someone's hand wrapped around the lightsaber, I just ignite it the arm lengths away from me.
Okay, so you're not sticking it in and pressing the button. You're...
Oh, no.
Good. Yeah, so, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 17 plus 8, 19. Yeah.
Okay. Roll damage.
The lightsaber?
Yes.
Okay. 9.
You stick the lightsaber into the handle, and the blade comes out on the level of your forehead, and you swipe to the side as part of your hair is singed off.
Wait, the lightsaber? I didn't.
The lightsaber blade ejects
out
of the doorframe into where your head was.
I didn't put it in the doorframe.
Yeah, he specifically said.
I was holding it. I said I hold my arm out and I light it, and it goes up. I'm not.
And it goes.
I'm not.
You haven't put it in the doorway yet to open the door. You said to open the door.
Yeah, you never described it as they put it in. They just turned their lightsabers on.
I described it as the door handle fits the lightsaber. A lightsaber fits into the handle, ignites the blade, and the energy turns on the door.
Yes, he did explain that last session.
Yeah, I'm sorry if there was confusion on that when I described. It's okay.
I don't want to damage anything, so that Hiram.
No.
I mean, if that's how it's supposed to go, then sure.
Yeah. Sorry about that, but yeah, Hiram, just like self-doubt, the only thing you can damage is yourself, and you take 9 points of energy damage as the lightsaber slices across your head, and you quickly deactivate it, but you just barely avoided losing an eye.
But Rook, wouldn't that categorize as door mechanic?
Yeah, door mechanic.
Door mechanic.
As it goes into it, so wouldn't MR13... I mean, a 30 doesn't find it?
He was looking for...
traps on the door.
Not what the door was made of.
Well, that's the door in general.
It's traps on the door.
There's a reason I asked very specifically. If you'd like to argue the point, I can let it go. It's really not that big of a deal. It's 9 energy damage, so...
Damage is damage, my friend. I take damage very seriously.
That's very fair. This is a dungeon, after all. Exactly. MR1300. The type of material the door is made out of is the trap, and you specifically were looking for inherent traps in the door, not the door's frame and any properties the door's frame may have entailed. That's my logic. I will wipe the damage. You're fair, Hiram and MR1300. You could argue that you should have seen that.
The way I understand how you explain the damage to have happened is that he inserted his lightsaber in the handle, and it used like a mirror system or something to eject it back at his head level.
It used the material the door was constructed out of.
Right.
And again, I'm willing to let it go because, again, you guys are right in enough of a way that I will override my own ruling. I will remove the damage, Hiram, restore your 9 hit points, and I will say that before you stick it in, you are made aware of the trap by MR1300.
Cut, break this down.
Alright, and is this like, what type of door is it, really quick, Rook? I gotta know if I should bring out the battering ram or not.
Oh boy.
Bip is gonna levitate over to Caught and just tap him on the head, and that's gonna give him a temporary boost.
Giving him a +7.
Alright. Fuck is it? Here it is. You plus bonus on the strength check on Okay, so here. All right, so Bojan's gonna help me. We're gonna go over to the. Wait, is that the door right there? Or
Yeah,
is it over
that's
here?
the door. That's the
Oh,
door in front of
okay.
us.
Excuse us. And then God's gonna take out the battering ram. And what is it? It's what type of check?
This would just be a strength check with the battering ram.
Alright,
My
so
lord.
strength check, advantage, and this. So here to go. 18.
You also get a +7.
And what was it? +7.
So
Can anyone help
25,
him?
And then he has help from
Oh yeah.
Bochan. And then you have a D8 from the droid.
And then I will roll a d8. And that's an 8, so that's 25.
25 plus 8,
Like,
33.
You slam the battering ram into the door, and you see it shudder back on its hinges, and both doors shake. You hit it very, very strongly, but you've barely left a scratch on the metal. You've made it clear that the door is bolted, not locked, if you get my meaning. It's being held together by force. And you had an effect on it, but it will take a goodly amount of time before you could get through the doors, let alone break them down.
he caught with a disappointed look on his face.
I got this. And Burn's gonna whip out a plasma breaching charge.
Everybody move.
I'm gonna get down the hall.
Alright, time to move.
Luckily, the charge goes this way, guys. So
Yeah, it's breaching charges are not like kill your teammate weapons. They are get through the door
I
weapons.
mean, unless you strap them to someone's armor and use them like a cannon. Alright. It's gonna take a minute.
sounds good.
Like, literally, it takes 1 minute to attach it.
So this is a charge plasma, just charge plasma.
It is that minor plasma charge you gave me on Nemoidia.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yes. A device
Yes.
to blow holes in larger constructs and structures.
Yes, I know exactly what this is for. MR1300 or not MR, burn. Roll damage.
I'll say, I'm gonna place it. Get here. And it is 4d20. Not 4d20. 20d4.
20d4. Yeah, it's a plasma charge.
20 d4 roll. 46.
So you all hear the of the energy blast. And you, Ice, with your helmet, you and Burn, with your helmets that are specifically designed to reduce flashbangs automatically, you turn and look at the door. You can see that it is glowing red, and it is weakened, but the door is not breached.
Cut! Now! Hit it. Try hitting it again.
Yep.
Cut! Make that check for me.
Yep.
Bip's gonna touch him again.
30, and then D8. You said?
It is a D6,
D6.
actually, due to how Bip works.
31.
You rolled a 31.
Yes.
So, you take to the glowing red core of the door, you take the battering ram and you wham! And the door settles back and starts to swing forward, and you take a second swing, wham! And the red hot metal dents inward.
Aight, motherfucker, this is getting annoying. Caught with me. He's bringing up Prohibition Hammer. Or the...
Alright, let's do it.
Because it has
Oh,
a
damn it.
minor siege property, so whatever I roll for damage is doubled.
I'm gonna make a perception check, and I'm gonna go down the hall.
All right. So as they are hammering away at the door, MR1300 and Ice, what do you guys...
I said, making a perception check for any traps in front of me. and I'm making my way over to Nox.
And then that's gonna booming strike, which is where's Prohibition Hammer? Oh wait, no. Booming. So that is 1d6 extra, and 2d, so 3d6.
Is that literally just the quote from? All right.
Yes. No, it's not. It's the soulless prohibition of life for those who saw it. It's not the quote from the thing. It's just the rank. It's just something I came up with. So that is 20 damage doubled. So 40 damage.
All right.
Along with his 27.
So you you begin to pound through the door at that still red-hot flashing spot, and you watch the metal dent and split and start to become undone. And although it is still very, very hot, there is now a fist-sized hole you could attempt to reach through. Ice, you are making a perception check over here. You already have. It's a 25. You see another door here. It looks identical to the other lightsaber doors you've seen.
I'm gonna kind of calms Arm. I think I might have a normal door over here if you want to try it.
Yeah, I will. MR1300, what'd you need?
Your mic's muted, but...
Fuck, I muted instead of unmuted. Rip. Is this also a standard lightsaber door with no mechanical or elemental traps on it?
Based on the 29 and the fact that you're now aware of the nature of these double doors, I'll reduce the DC and say yes. You do notice that this is another trapped door.
Yay, reduced by 1. Hooray.
No, but yeah. Well, yes, but actually no.
Alright, this is also trapped. Let's move along, see if the last one's trapped or
so,
not.
real quick, Ice, Cod, Vodshan, what do you do with the door that is now partly broken into?
Burn.
Sorry. Did I say MR1300 again?
Have we been...
No, you said ice.
Ice.
Great. I can't tell them apart. You all look the same.
Do we just keep on banging on it?
Yeah, keep going for it, guys. We'll figure something out down here.
Fuck you.
So, Cod, you... Burn, out of curiosity, what's Bip's strength?
Burn, you're muted.
Bip
Burn.
has a -2 in strength.
That's alright, that's fine then. So, you watch as Cod, you get an idea. You slide the portable ram inside the center of the door, with a hole you're making in between the two doors. Look at Vodshan and nod. You both grab the end of the ram, and you lift up. And you push as hard as you can. And you feel yourself begin to make progress. As the door doesn't move. The structure holding the door in place starts to crack. And you watch as the stone causeway around the entire underground building cracks, and the door falls backwards, flat. And I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Shit.
Bip can take a temporary boost as a reaction.
It doesn't help for dex saves.
Dexterity,
Oh,
I'm
shit,
also going to
yeah,
use...
All of us or just them?
No, just them.
Is this something I can see, or is it...
I mean, it's a giant door falling towards you, I'm sure.
But before, it's not falling towards you, actually. It's not the door falling towards you. Yeah, but go ahead. I haven't determined, so go ahead and use self-preservation.
That's... Okay, there you go.
24. MR13 made it 35. Roll for Vodshan.
Yeah, let me see. I fucking forgot to bring up the...
I realized I wasn't supposed to roll, so...
That's alright.
I just gotta make sure. Dexterity saving throw is just precision. Okay. Come on. 30.
Okay. All of you watch the doors fall, and you jump backwards as a cavalcade of rocks and stones fall into the doorframe where the doors were, and in a mild cave-in, you see access to this room impeded. However, you can, as the dust clears and the mud settles, you can see into the room. It's easier to get into, but it's still partially obstructed by all the debris. But the doors are gone. They're on the floor inside the room.
Burn, I'm really starting to fucking hate this.
Oh. Well, at least we got the door open.
Speaking of doors, does ours open?
Yeah, it's a Hiram, do you open the door?
I was investigating it.
Yeah, this looks to be very much... You recall what Burn did earlier on the other door. You take a look inside and you see a similar mechanism with a crystal inside.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. As you instantly die, the door lights up and it opens.
I peek down the hall. Oi! Stop screwing around. We got a door open.
We got our door open.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I don't like this.
Hiram, you look inside the room and you see that it is flooded up to your knees.
Hold on, Ice. We're gonna hold off here. I'm very curious. I'm taking the chance.
Fly over to them.
You're taking. What are you doing?
I'm gonna open this. I'm taking the chance. I'll do the deck save if that is need be.
I'll say because you're aware of it. Hold on.
Wait, can I?
Boost as he passes
no, I'm not gonna do that. That's dumb.
Did MR13
No,
not tell you that door is the same as the other one?
Yes,
he did.
It is.
Admiral, there is no dumb question. There's only the stupid ones. What's your thing?
No, I didn't ask. I didn't have a question. I was just gonna try something, and then I thought I don't want to do that. I'm actually going to. I'm going to have my huge creature. I'm going to hand it to him in his tail, and from here, I'm going to have his tail stab it.
Okay. The tail ignites the lightsaber, sticks it into the door, and very slowly, because he saw what happened to you, or almost happened to you, the blade protrudes very slowly out of the front of the door about head level.
Interesting. So
Hey,
does
we're
the
good at
door-
head level.
Does the door not open, or it just stays there?
The door itself does not light up, it does not open, it's just locked.
Nox, shock the damn thing.
Okay. That obviously hits.
19.
The lightning hits the door and crackles across it. You see the door light up, but not in the same way. It glows with the electricity, and you watch as... Think of Etch-a-Sketch, but vertical. All the energy into the floor.
Okay. Something tells me we need another lightsaber, or we just need an actual Force user to open this door. Nox, go ahead and meditate on this. See if you open this up.
You see Nox sit and put his forehead against the door, all four of his eyes just staring into the material, blinking individually.
Bip is going to make gonna look for any traps in this watery room.
Oh,
Ice, did you already roll the check for it? Yeah. So
Yeah,
Ice, you rolled Ice and MR1300, you rolled a 25 and a 26, yeah. So you two are...
Reroll one.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
That was perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it at 25.
So, you actually see something glinting in the middle of the room. You notice that the water is deeper right here. And you instruct the droid to fly over this little spot here and look down. And Ice and MR1300, you guys receive video feed from it. And both of you spot a tiny cylindrical device deep in the water. Probably about 5 feet down, as that's far as that crevice goes.
I'm gonna jump in and start making
Burns gonna switch his sight to Bips so he can see and hear.
All right, MR1300, step next to Ice for me, please.
Oh.
I need both of you to make me dexterity saving throws right now.
Hold on. I have advantage.
I don't know if you do.
He does.
I do. I have more than advantage. And now reroll the 19. Okay, so 30.
31.
30 and 31. All right. So, both of your armors, heavily enhanced and modified, detect an energy discharge. And both of you scramble out, but not before electricity lights up this entire watery area. I am going to have to roll.
So,
Luckily,
does that
Bip
count
can
as a
fly.
Yeah, Bip is flying. So let me make sure I got. It does count as a trap.
Because we kind of looked for those. Did we not see it?
You saw it and you stepped inside.
We didn't see the trap.
So
We
it
saw
wasn't.
You saw a cylindrical device and you
Oh,
stepped
it's a
inside.
little device. Okay, I get it. All right,
So that is halved. That is 24 points of energy damage as lightning fills up the entire chamber, and it is now electrified. I will mark the room.
What was the DC?
MR 1300. You're fine.
You took half. You took half.
He took none.
I'll say, Bip.
Oh, you took none. Are you taking evasion? Yeah, you have
No, he
evasion.
doesn't
Sorry.
have to evasion. He is an operative. They take none if they succeed at dex saves.
That is
Because
correct.
we
Again.
have natural evasion.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. So you take none. Ice, you take 24.
Okay.
I'll say, Bip sees the device in the water.
Yes,
Right.
he does.
So, Burn's gonna switch back to his perspective and walk over. Hiram.
Yep.
It seems they've done something stupid.
No. It's something that hasn't been touched in a while. They don't know.
And I believe I am within range. Yeah, I am within range. So, I'm going to cast through Bip. And Bip is also going to cast, and we're going to target the tube with Spectrum Ray, the both of us.
You're just going to damage it. With what type of damage?
I'm going to go with ice damage, probably.
Okay.
So, here is Burn's Spectrum Ray. Where the fuck is it?
What do you see, Burn?
Trap, small tube,
What's it made out of?
metal.
No.
And then you're striking with what other one, Burn?
We're both firing off a Spectrum Ray through Bip. So
Yes,
Bip's
I know,
firing
but
Spectrum, I'm firing Spectrum. We're
his
both
is
firing.
yours is ice and his is both of them are ice. Okay.
Yep.
So you fire off both of the. Excuse me. You fire off both of the shots, and the first one hits on the device directly. And you watch through Bip as it is encased in a shell of ice and damaged. And then he fires again. This shot hits the outer shell of the ice from before and fills up the crevice by about a foot. So due to the chain reaction, there is about now a foot of ice in this 5-foot deep hole. And you'll give me a moment to brush up on my chemistry. The water is no longer electrified.
Shame that the tube is now encased in 1 foot of ice, Burn. Overkill much?
Hey, you two decided to step into a room with it.
All right.
Yes.
True.
I
Figure
thought
out
it was
whatever's
blue.
in that room. I'm gonna do a lore check on this door.
Okay.
This is salt water.
Can I attempt to walk around the whole?
It's not that it's saltwater burn. It's that ice does not conduct electricity.
No. The water conducts electricity more easily if it's salt water.
Aha. Actually,
You
it's
won't get electrified if you're stepping in regular water.
it's Jedi's tears. Anyway,
It's still salt water.
they're very salty.
Yes.
Hiram, you make a lore check on this door, and you recall reading in some of the more fringe documents about the Sith Empire before the documents were widely suppressed. you recall reading that one of the most valuable materials in the galaxy, as far as construction of things that would keep out Jedi, is the material known as frick. It is very similar in composition to this, and with your high-level clearance, dipping a little bit into the Inquisitor's clearance that you have been ceremoniously granted, you pull up a chemical analysis of the doorframe, and it is indeed made of 60% frick and 40% durasteel.
Oh.
I've been clearing out this whole thing, by the way, Rook.
Yeah, I'll say it's relatively easy for you to clear out this terrain. It just takes time, and the amount of time your friends have spent dicking around has been more than enough to... Go ahead.
How did he get all this? Did this guy go... Hey, guys, this is man out of some stuff in the Arcanian sector. We should be through this here in a minute. Okay. Very similar to this, then.
Never let it be said that I don't pay attention to your characters. I simply forget literally everything.
I'm going to take the very similar in composition Cortosis staff. I'm going to put it in the keyhole, if you will. And I'm going to play with this for a second and see if these similar materials play with each other in a positive way.
You stick the Cortosis staff in and activate it. I need you to make me a strength check for me.
Oh, well, guys, I mean, you see, I
don't need to.
I'm just that guy. I'm going to have Nox and myself give me a boost. and then I'm going to roll 20.
So, you take the Cortosis, stick it in, and you feel a little jiggle, so you turn it counterclockwise by about 45 degrees and hear a click, and you put your shoulder against the door, close your eyes, and and the door opens with very little effort. You pull out the Cortosis staff and snap it shut as you realize Nox is standing right above you and pushed with you.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
He licks your face.
All right. Hey, guys, we have 2 doors open now. Kot, how you doing on those rocks?
Are they cleared now, Rook?
Yes, the rocks are completely cleared. If you'll give me a moment, I gotta reveal this room to Hiram.
They're gone.
I don't know why the reveal tool is so weird.
Okay.
I'm doing polygon.
We've got another door over there that needs a lightsaber.
Okay. How about this? Me and Nox have this room. You guys head up to the next room.
Do you hand lightsaber to me or someone else?
No, going.
Oh, no, that room. Okay.
Do you want to cut your own face off?
Wait, before I step in, hold on. That I did not. Hold on. Just bear with me. I'm gonna investigate.
He can be taught.
I'm gonna investigate, and then I will perception check afterwards. I'm gonna take some time. So,
I told you guys I don't like dungeons because I find them complicated and irritating. I no longer hold that opinion. They are. I am having... Guys, when you stepped into that room, I was like, yes! I won! Like, it was a 1 win I get tonight.
31.
Bippy's gonna fly over and attach himself to your shoulder, Hiram.
Okay. So, yeah, Hiram, that's right. You did say you played Battlefront 2's campaign, so you know exactly how these things work.
Yeah.
You actually look inside, and this room, of all rooms, seems to have no traps whatsoever. It genuinely looks clear. And yes, I know it's an investigation looking for traps. As DM, it's clear.
Well, I got a 31. The highest a DC could go up to for players and DM is a 30. I would be remiss if there was something
I'm sorry.
there.
My perception of normal difficulty class has been obscured somewhat by the fact that you guys have a boatload of money. So,
is this a real, is this part of the map, or do you have something with this?
No. Okay. That is part of the map. Okay. So, real quick, allow me to explain what the others see.
Yeah.
All of you see a meditation chamber. It is deep, it is dark, and you do not know what to expect here. Except, Burn, tell me, is your power from before still active?
It's a 10-minute, so no.
Okay. Will you have consistently cast it, spending the tech points?
No, but describe to me the room, and I'll decide if Burn decides it's worth.
There are statues of Sith robed and hooded. The faces are nondescript. And there is a single container right here. It's closed.
Yeah, that would be definitely a.
There are urns and jugs everywhere.
Wait.
I'm researching for gold.
Something right here. He's gonna turn that on, and that is 30 feet of me.
Okay.
But here's
So
the
you may
question.
enter the room.
It's within 30 feet of me.
Well, what about me and
Is that a radius?
MR?
Yeah, you guys are investigating.
Right.
You guys,
No, I don't think it's a
MR13,
radius.
MR1300 and ice. Yeah, it's a radius, you said?
No, would you say it is a radius? Because I just.
Yeah, within 30 feet of you is absolutely a radius. Why wouldn't it be?
All right. So that's now. So that is. I fucked up last time. It's 50.
It's 60. Yeah, it's 60 feet in any direction, but it's 30 feet in one direction.
Burn.
Where's the
Burn,
No,
I'm
no, no.
sending...
I
Burn,
have a radius increase
Oh, yeah, that's
on
right.
my tech stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's 50 feet. Forgive me. I recall I saw how to do that, or did I need the extender? Did I need like the VTT extender? Because I don't think I have that on.
The
What are you talking
aura?
about?
Like I can trace in a cone. I can trace in a radius. I can.
I'm not entirely sure how that works.
I did it
Can
once,
you
and I
see
said I
mine?
shouldn't forget it. I could see.
You can see the aura, right?
I can see the aura. Yes, I'm saying, can I trace in a line that is like a cone or a whatever? Anyway, it might just I need to reinstall VTT extender. So anywho,
Oh no, I think it's like a membership thing.
I had access to it once. I don't know how. Anywho, Burn.
Yeah.
As you step inside the room, none of this is enhanced. None of all this is enhanced.
Ice, MR. Make sure there's no traps this time before we step in.
You both look into the room, Ice and MR1300, and you don't detect any traps.
Baron, I'm sending your droid back to you.
Alright. Give me your bip.
Seeing that?
And he detaches and flies back to Burn.
Nox, guard the door.
Nox turns and stands guard.
Don't let Saber
So
squad
bip
in.
is on my shoulder again.
He growls low and sits, taking up the whole door frame.
So, Claire.
I'm gonna stab a mid pack and go in.
Medpack in hand.
Okay.
Burn.
That container is now within the radius, oh no.
This sarcophagus glows.
Sarcophagus is glowing. It's got
Alright.
that.
Ice pulls out his blaster and has his shield in the other hand as he continues forward.
Same.
Cot, you want to do the honors?
With pleasure.
Wait, I'm
Nothing
gonna
like
say
grave
something-
robbing with
I'm
the
gonna
friends.
I'm gonna say something funny. Bip is going to, as we pass by MR1300, just say, in binary, let's get this motherfucker. Because he can speak in binary. He can speak it.
Oh yeah.
I'll
good.
just
Fuck.
nod.
You just hear a tiny droid say, let's get this motherfucker.
Around the same time, Rook, I'm looking for any Sith to read on anything.
You see that the desk is nondescript except for three things. You see...
Shit, my laundry. Sorry.
You don't see any laundry.
Burn
But
runs
you
back to the
did-
cutlass.
Yeah, the skeleton's there. I can't do anything about it. But there's no skeleton there for you, Hiram.
Sure,
You
sure.
see on the desk, you see a small bowl with dried blood. Again, it looks centuries old, but the stains of the blood are still there. You see a silver bowl that looked like it was holding some sort of liquid at some point. And you see a box. It is a cube.
Jeez, more
That-
boxes. More boxes.
The box is 3 by 3 by 3. It's just under a meter long. It's just under a meter tall. It's just under a meter wide.
this box look familiar?
No. It does not look familiar.
It doesn't have
It's
any...
not that box.
It's not that box!
Okay.
I did not realize what you were putting down for a sec. It is not that box. Relax.
Okay. Nox, come here. Nox. Hand gestures, battle meditation. And Nox is going to activate battle meditation.
Okay, you get an extra D4.
And then we are going to open said box. Wait, I'm going to read any inscriptions on the box. Are there any inscriptions on the box?
It is a blank box made out of the blackest metal you have ever seen in your life, and it is freezing as you lay your fingers on it. Hiram, your intention is to open the box, yes?
It is. I'm just... But as soon as my hands touch it, I want to see what the material is, too, because if it's like a material I know...
You lay your fingers on the metal, and the box begins to slowly shrink.
Okay. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not touching it.
As you pick your hands up off the box, you see it shrink smaller and smaller.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine.
Until it is the size of a ring box.
Are you telling me to marry Kinrap too? Is this what I get? Burn, you're really loud. I'm gonna mute you.
Just mute your mic, Burn.
Is this what I get for turning her down? Is this what I look at Nox? This is the universe telling me I should have married her instead of. But you understand, Nox? I don't. It's not that I don't care for her. It's just more, I just kind of. I don't know. She, it's not that she's not, it's not that she's not beautiful. And she looks out for me. It's just more of.
You see him nodding very slowly as his tendril tail is slowly reaching over your shoulder to grab the box.
No, don't grab the box, Nox. I swear to God.
You slap his tail away and he whines a little bit.
Okay. I take out my trusty Lucky Vault 13 canteen and I take a sip.
All right, Vegas. What are you doing?
I'm going to open the box.
You open the box, and it grows back to about a foot by a foot by a foot. And you peer inside. It is pitch dark.
Oh gosh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm going to die. Nox, don't tell anybody about this. In fact, Nox, make sure that they know who I am. They remember who I am.
Nox brushes against your face and steps back.
Okay. Guys, listen. I love you. But we got to make discoveries somehow. I'm going to look into the box with my 60 feet of dark vision.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Okay. 17. Hold on. I'm critical.
Yeah, battle meditation?
No, I'm critical anal assisting myself. I'm getting myself +7.
Okay, 23.
24.
24, you have your D4.
I do have a D... Wait. I have a D8. 30.
You stare into the nothing that is the core of this box. Feel a cold chill run down your spine. And you don't know what's worse. The unsettling feeling of staring into this box, or the unsettling realization that you can't see anything through darkness.
Nox, this is strange.
I'm back.
Nox, this is very strange, and I don't want to take my eyes off of it for some reason. Oh, wait. Tempting. Science. Grandpa always talked about science being a thing. I'm going to drop a glow rod in it.
So,
I think I have an idea of what this is, but we're just gonna have some fun real quick. I'm dropping a glow rod.
So, you take the glow rod and you drop it inside. You crack it and light it, right?
Yep.
So, you see The box slams shut violently as you drop the glow rod into it. And the case, the top of the case, you watch as words bubble and rise to the surface as if hot metal rising through water.
Ugh.
And a single word in Ancient Sith, speak.
Hello.
The word flashes.
Can I have my glow rod back?
The word speak bubbles over and disappears as if dragged down by a dark ichor. And in perfect Galactic Basic, a few lines of text pop up.
Oh.
Name, glow rod. Category, utility. Cost, 10. Weight, in pounds, 2. Source, PHB. Glow rods create a beam of light illuminating the area around you in a bright light for a 20-foot radius and a dim light for an additional 20 feet. The glow rod lasts for 10 hours and can be recharged by connecting the power source or by replacing the power cell.
Sith's blood. You just tell me what I give you, and you show me what it is?
What do you do?
That's what I say. I literally say that. Like, I just say that.
The text just sits there.
Okay. Fine. Ooh, I have an idea. Wait, it ate my thing and it didn't... Can I have it back?
The box just sits there.
I say an Ancient Sith. Can I have it back?
The text on the box bubbles over, disappears, and the description reappears in Ancient Sith.
Oh my gosh. So it's gone. Okay, Wait, did you say it was a bowl?
It's a box.
No. There's a bowl on this table.
There is a bowl. There are two bowls. One has dried blood, and the other is empty.
Okay, I take the bowl with dried blood and I drop it in.
As you grab the bowl and touch the frame of the box, your eyes flash with light. You see you standing in the room as if from a third-person perspective, dropping the glow rod in. Your memory flashes again. You see the cutlass. You see your backpack. You see the glow rod sitting in your backpack. You flash back even further. You see a transport ship with a crate with a glow rod. You see a factory on an assembly line, the glow rod being constructed. You see the face of the worker making your glow rod, and your mind flashes back to the present as the box opens and the glow rod is floating right above the darkness.
Wait a minute. Nox, come here right now.
You watch Nox kind of like scurry over to you and stare at the glow rod intently.
Hey, are you still shedding teeth? You still shedding teeth?
He opens his jaw and you see his tongue wiggle one of his teeth back and forth.
Okay. Sorry, bud. I'm gonna use my knife and kind of like get it out, and I'm gonna grab it.
As you grab the tooth, you feel it disconnect, and before you could bring the knife up to, cut your pet in the mouth, he uses his tongue, pushes it through, up under the, between the gum and the tooth, and pops it out for you.
Okay. Bear with me, Nox. This is about to get nuts. I'm gonna drop the tooth in. I'm gonna close the box.
Hiram. If you'll give me a moment. You see a much larger amount of text pop up on the screen this time. And it's in basic. Name, Forest Nexu, adult. Size, medium. Type, beast. CR, 5. Alignment, unaligned. Armor class, 14, natural armor. Hit points, 58, 13d8. Speed, 50 feet, climb 40 feet. Shall I continue?
Show me where more of these are.
The box flashes the text sitting on top of it.
No? Yes? He looks perplexed, and he just kind of holds the box. Okay, so I have a description.
You touch the box.
I do.
Okay, you put your hand on the box again. Your mind flashes. You see Nox standing in the room with you, popping the tooth out. You see the tooth in your hand. You flash back. You see a creature, a boma, being ripped apart by Nox and the tooth as it tears through the flesh. You go back and see Nox arriving in a crate, smiling at you on board the Cutlass when you were a lieutenant. And you see, finally, Nox playing with a lot of other little Nexu kittens on a wild world as a ship flies overhead, and your mind flashes back to the present.
Oh, wait a minute. This is insane. I got... Burn, when you guys are done with that, meet me in here. Nox, Saber Squad can come in.
You see Nox kind of smile as he kind of steps to this. Yeah, I'll move him out there. Gentlemen, now that Hiram is going to stew, or rather Bo is going to stew over this for the next 9 hours, I'm going to have all of you, I'm going to describe what you find in there. So, Burn, you notice that the sarcophagus itself is enhanced. Caught, Ice, Vodchan. They are all of you are in the room looking at it.
I open it.
Okay. You lay a hand on it and you open it. You see a ring. A singular ring made of gold.
Permission to do something
Is
stupid?
the ring glowing?
The ring is a blinding light to your enhancement.
Ah, motherfucker.
Can I reach down?
Touch the ring. Don't.
I'm gonna pull out my knife, and can I, pick it up with the tip?
Yes.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
You pick up the ring. I need you to make me a sleight of hand check to balance the ring on the tip of your knife, and I'll explain why in a second.
Ooh.
I should have fucking gotten something in sleight of hand. Let's see. That's a natural 20.
You slide the tip of the knife under the ring, and you lift, and you guys watch the exertion as his wrist flexes and Ice lifts upward. Ice, the ring weighs at least 15 pounds.
Oof. Okay. Yeah. No. Ice takes his knife and sheathes it. Yeah. No. We're gonna have to pick that up.
Okay, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Wait.
I'll do it. Wait.
Let's have Bip do it. If there's any curse, it might not affect Bip as much.
Okay.
So, Bip's gonna fly over, tiny arms, grab.
I only have a small brain and little arms. I'm just not so sure how well thought out this plan was. Master? Alright, so, sorry. I love that movie and I haven't seen it in so long and I need to. So, Bip is gonna pick it up.
Yes.
Bip struggles to lift the ring, but he is able to lift the ring.
Now what?
Alright.
Well, now we've got a ring.
Internal compartment.
He's gonna put the ring in his internal compartment, and I will say he is a little bit slow now.
Is there anything else in there?
Nope.
Cool. Turn around. Well,
Alright,
I
Bip is
guess
gonna
we
return
got
to my
something.
head.
You guys find anything?
We got a ring.
Fucking heavy ass ring.
A ring box? Okay, I get it.
Are you
What?
okay?
I'm fine.
What's wrong?
I'm fine. I'm gonna check the sarcophagus.
Fine.
I'm gonna roll charisma. and
You're
it's
checking the
for-
sarcophagus, you're back in the room, and you're...
I'm in this room.
Yeah, the sarcophagus. You
Looks fine.
lift the lid.
I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know.
It weighs at least 80 pounds.
I'm gonna help him.
Do you
Cut.
need help? Yes. Don't worry, I got it.
Oh, well,
Burn.
of course, all of you guys, go
Yeah.
ahead. Why not?
No,
Why
no,
not? Just
that
help.
that was me rolling to see if Burn connects the dots because he watched the whole thing with he watched the aftermath of
We don't.
that happen.
Roadshot.
He saw
me.
her cry.
Okay. Yeah, Vodshon, as Ice and Hiram lift, you guys are able to lift it up. You watch as Kot and Vodshon step around carefully to the back corners, and they lift off the back easily, and Hiram and Ice, just like moving a heavy couch, it's so unwieldy, you guys sort of lose control of it, and I'll say, Kot, you and Vodshon guide it down to where it is sitting propped against the sarcophagus now.
Hey, Kot, after they put it down, can you do me a favor? As I take the box out of my backpack.
Indeed.
Spit in this box.
You want him to do what?
Spit in the box.
Kot's gonna be like, Kot's gonna head over to the box, looking very confused at Hiram and kind of spit in it.
No. Spit in it like. Never mind. I'm not gonna mention that. More. A little bit more. After he spits in it, I'll close it, and I'm going to look into the sarcophagus while it's processing. I assume it takes a couple of seconds, but I'm going to investigate the sarcophagus, if that's okay.
I was like, Burns gonna look at the sarcophagus. Is it fucking glowing?
It's literally wide open, guys. We can all literally just look down into it.
Right, but there are possible compartments, like... I'm investigating. I got a natural 20.
So, you're looking at what? Specifically with that nat 20?
I'm looking into the sarcophagus to find anything cool.
You stare into the sarcophagus, and first off, before you do that, the box lights up.
Ooh, gooberfish.
As you close the black box, Kot, you see it is in Galactic Basic. Tong. Biology and appearance. Tong are a humanoid species of tall and strong sentient simians. Physically, the Tong are extremely resilient and are able to endure hardships among many other species that are unable to, which benefits their warlike nature as well as their tendency to conquer planets. Society and culture. Shall I go on?
Continue.
I like
Tong society is one steeped in war, and the Tongs are warriors above all else. Nomadic and clan-based, the Tong greatly value strength and honor, with pragmatism and ruthlessness becoming common traits amongst them. Originally waging war as a means of ritual worship to their god Kad Harangir, the Tong eventually became the Mandalorians, and, under the leadership of Mandalore the Indomitable, the act of war itself became the center of Mandalorian worship, and to wage war is to be divine. Despite their volatile nature, the Tong are far from primitive and maintain a high priority in procuring the latest technological advancements whenever possible. The Mandalorian armor that has become iconic throughout the galaxy originally began with the culture's Tong founders, with their unique helmets and war masks being forged in the image of the Tong's face, including slanted outer angles and a pointed chin. However, the armor is quite sparse among the Tong, as they believe that unarmed combat brings the highest honor.
Show me Kot's past, and I lay my hand on the box.
Kot, you, as you are actively holding the box, and Hiram,
I'm the only one holding it.
You were holding it, and he spit into it.
Yes.
All right. So as you go to open the box again, you lay your fingers on the lip. The box understands your intention to open it again, so your mind flashes. You see Kot standing in the room with you, spitting into the box. You see, your mind flashes again. You see Kot inside the Afterburners airlock, sharing drinks, talking with Scanderous Petim. Your mind flashes and you see him on Dantooine, guarding you like a dog, like a very loyal and faithful dog. You see your mind flash, and you see Kot training desperately to improve his physical stamina. And your mind flashes again, and you see a very proud Tong mother and father in a small, disheveled hut. The mother crying in pain, but holding it in, and a father proudly holding up his child to the sun. And your mind flashes back.
After that, I put the box in my bag. I'll tell you about this later, and I will, with that nat 20, just look the sarcophagus over.
The box shrinks to the size of a ring box and fits into your pack. It weighs nothing.
Oh, that's what I love to hear. I'm weak.
You look inside the sarcophagus, and it doesn't take a natural 20 in investigation to realize what this is. A natural 20 35, which I consider to be, like, game-breakingly good. You see an insane amount of bone dust. It is literally filled to the brim with dust made from bones.
Gross.
Is it glowing from the enhancement?
It is not glowing at all.
Question for you, Rook, because you are the Dungeon Master, but also pretty good on your Star Wars lore. Was this person buried naked?
Wrong noun.
Was this
I'm-
entity buried naked?
Drop the singular.
Yeah, I don't think it's a single
it's
person.
a box
I think it's
of bone dust.
Oh, it's
The box
filled.
goes up to your chest.
So it's a bunch
Yeah.
of naked beings being buried.
There is only dust as fine as grains of sand in front of you.
Wait.
It's
Open the
bone meal.
box, take the dust, throw it in. Close it.
The box?
You take a handful of dust and you pull out the box. As you flip the front open, it's
While he's doing this,
Really?
Hiram, what is this about?
Listen, this box is wizard, okay?
all
Let
of
me
you
tell you that.
watch.
Everybody
have
put
a
your
quick-
hand on the box. Everybody put your hand on
Another
the box.
fucking wizard box.
Yes.
All of you.
I have a quick question. When my spit came back out, did it hit Hiram?
Probably.
He picks the box out and opens it,
Oh, yeah.
and the little spit just out onto the floor.
Yeah.
It literally like catapults onto the floor. Hiram, you
Anyways,
take.
we all put our hand on the box.
Yeah, so
Put
you
your hand on the
all.
box, watch.
Is this like go Tigers?
Pretty much.
So all of
Go
you put your
Tigers!
hand on the box,
Virus.
and you put your hands on the box. All of you. The box actually detects more hands coming closer, and as like you barely get the tips of your finger on, the box grows and grows until it is a full meter by meter by meter once again. And it is now
this is
sitting on the
weird.
floor. And all of you, it is tall enough, again, to lay your hands on it comfortably as the front of the box opens without effort. Hiram, you scoop up a handful of bone dust and drop it in, and you slam the lid shut.
Let's see what they did here.
You
See what
watch
we might
the
find out.
box, the top of the box bubble.
It was Apocrypha.
Okay, oh, he was here the whole time and heard that?
Yes.
That was wonderful. So, hey, I forgot he was here. So, you watch as the top of the box bubbles and rises. And in basic, 6,728 species detected.
Holy.
That's it?
Oh.
Go on.
Really?
It bubbles and it begins to innumerably list thousands of species in a very slow scroll.
I haven't tried this before, gentlemen, so bear with me. Give us how and why they were killed.
The box doesn't respond, but you watch as the lid jumps and closes.
Hmm.
Like, it just jumps like a half-inch up, and you hear it say go, whoop, dook, 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 dook.
Did it spit out the dust?
No, it did not.
Oh, I'd like to investigate that. Or insight?
Okay.
What would...
It would be investigation. Like,
28.
based on what you've seen of this box, it seems to be semi-sentient in that it knows what it's supposed to do. It's obviously enchanted with some sort of heathen pagan magic. But the point being is it knows how it operates. You asked it a specific question to reveal something specific to you. It's saying, sure, just do what you're supposed to do and I can show you.
Understood. Everybody, please understand. I understand that at the time it was illegal to learn this language, and it probably still is. MR1300, I know that your programming says probably get rid of this language, but listen very carefully, copy it to whatever vocabulary you have. In Sith,
You say that out loud, Hiram?
I do to everybody. In Sith, to the box, please tell me what your directive is and what it is that you do. Please instruct me so that I may use you to the fullest extent of what you were created for. Friend.
The box opens and spits the dust back into the container.
Okay.
And it shuts again, and text in ancient Sith appears. MR1300 and Hiram, you can read this perfectly clearly. This box is the property of Freedon Nad. Designed by Freedon Nad. Employed by Freedon Nad. This device is capable of identifying, tracking, or revealing the true nature of any item placed inside. I am saving time for those who are writing this down.
Bear with me, Buck.
If
¿Quién penses tú?
¿De qué sí?
Oui.
We.
Okay. Insith. My friend, I do not hail from Freedon Nad's empire, but I serve similar types of entities that are like Freedon Nad. If you could please help me, it would be greatly appreciated, not only to our empire, but to the legacy of Freedon Nad. I'm genuinely trying to lawyer my way into this.
the text on the box disappears, and more in Ancient Sith bubbles up. Freedon Nad has long since departed the galaxy. This item, as well as the location it was found in, is his legacy. This device serves no master. This device has no purpose other than to identify and to analyze and to reveal.
Can you reveal one's intentions?
The box bubbles, more text appears. This device is capable of identifying an object placed inside of it. Sentient objects will be destroyed. The next line of text appears. Items of enhancement, or of any kind, will be identified, and upon opening the container to retrieve the item, a brief history of that item will be revealed in the user's mind.
I'm not entirely sure what items we might want to use.
Hiram, what the fuck is it saying?
It's saying that it can read, it can help us figure out items and where they're from. You guys said you found a ring?
bet. Bip, ring.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Bip's
You
gonna
watch
give him
as-
the ring, and Burns just gonna open the box, fucking yeet the ring in.
In basic, please.
Do you pick up the ring, or do you have?
Well,
the
Bip has the
drop
ring, and yeah.
Bip has the ring, and Bip is on his head, so
Oh.
Bip just hands him the ring. Yeet.
So,
Into the box it goes.
the ring drops into the box. And text bubbles and appears. This ring is an ancient artifact of a long-forgotten sect of the Jedi Order.
Jedi.
And you watch as the ring's mechanical description appears next. This item can store 1 tech power of 5th level or higher, or 1 force power of 5th level or higher. As a bonus action, the user may cast this power. The power will not be able to be recast for another 24 hours. Forgive me, I forget the exact wording that you're supposed to use for something like this.
Wait,
This is a ring of tech storing?
Does
tech
this-
and force?
that's
storing?
busted. But, wait a minute.
And the description's not done.
Oh, keep going, please.
This item is attunable. It is like an attuned item as part of the description. While attuned to this ring, the user may spend 8 hours. What is the word? The user may spend 8 hours meditating, forgive me, to select a new tech or force power.
Wait, it regenerates powers.
Oh, jeez, we can use any of them. Okay, listen, everyone, bear with me.
To give you the idea, again, in layman's terms, it can cast a 5th level force or tech power. Once you have attuned to it, you may spend 8 hours meditating in order to change the power.
Cool. Not
and you may
up
cast
to...
this as a bonus
Do you
action.
have to be a force user or a tech user to use it?
No. The ring is the force entity. We are.
Oh, fuck.
We are the vessel that
So anyone
uses
can
it.
use it.
Yes.
Ever since I watched Critical Role, I've been waiting for something like a reason to implement an item that is just, hey, here's a spell. I love the idea of
You know
such a
what this
powerful
is?
item.
This is Captain Planet. That's pretty much what this... I'm not joking. I'm
No,
genuinely
I'm not.
doing it.
That's. I didn't think about that.
Does the box give us if it has a spell already on it?
It does.
Can't
The
tell.
current spell stored inside is Master Malaysia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I will post the description of that in the chat.
Master
real
Malaysia.
quick. Malaysia, yes. And can you
Malaysia.
copy that better than I can?
I'll copy it to Roll20 real quick, since everybody's on there.
I posted it in the Discord as well.
There we go. All right, listen, boys, Vocha. Anybody want this ring?
That's level 6. My apologies. I had the wrong tab on. It's supposed to be a 5th level power. My apologies. I will.
So wait, question: is it up to a 5th level? Meaning it could be anything up to a 5th level, or only
It
5th
is.
level?
It is a 5th level.
Only 5th level. Okay, cool. Sounds
It
good.
is only 5th level.
Gentlemen, we have something here that is so powerful, it makes any of our enhanced items look like crap. You guys found it. I found the box. So I leave the ring to you after we get out of here. So figure out who needs the most. Burn, you
That's
already...
the power it's got.
Burn,
Sorry, go ahead.
you already use tech powers, and Beastro already uses force powers. Everybody else, you guys can fight over it. Ice, you said you have a door for me to open?
Yes, there's a door through the water.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Rook, is there
Let's make
any...
sure that hasn't thawed out, though.
Is there anything in here that like I could take as a trinket?
As a trinket, you could take the bowls.
Sure, I'll take the bowls. I'll put them in my... Like, they're ornate in nature. They're pretty nice looking, or like if I cleaned them up, they would look nice.
Oh, absolutely. One of them is made of gold, and the other, it's not erodium. One of them is made of gold, and another is made of Sith silver.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. You're making my job meeting with His Majesty a little easier.
You're not speaking to the Emperor about this, are you?
No, I definitely will be. I'm gonna go to that door that Ice was talking about. This is all ice.
Before he gets there, Burn's gonna have Bip fly in to check to make sure the device is still frozen.
The device is still frozen, yes.
How is it still like in the foot of ice?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Well,
just to make sure, I'm gonna do that ice bit again.
I'll move Nox.
So, boom, boom. Spectrum ray, submit. Spectrum ray, submit. Damage.
Oh.
So you're going to try to destroy it.
We're gonna try and freeze it even more.
I mean, but enough damage you'll destroy it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So you... Forgive me, boys. I was trying to get VTT. Enhancement to work, and that is apparently breaking my Roll20. I cannot use VTT.
Are you using Mozilla
enhancement.
Firefox?
Yes, I am.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I physically cannot load Roll20 like this, so let me disable VTT as an extender. Actually, uninstall it. Remove extension. Report this extension to Mozilla.
I'm writing down in a data pad, since Kot is behind him. Oh, hey, what do you think about this? You see, her name is Alice. It's a story. Super powerful. like super powerful. More powerful than the Emperor. I think it's
Burn!
fun fanfic.
You are casting damage. You're attempting to destroy the device, yes?
I'm attempting to freeze it, if not damage it.
Yes. So you roll 22 more points of damage. You freeze the device even further, and about 3 feet of ice pops up.
Alright, that'll keep safe for now.
Hold on.
Bip. And Bip's gonna return to my shoulder.
Oh yeah, come here, Inox. Get on my shoulder. I miss those days. Alright.
Just gonna get out of the way, just in case.
Lightsaber, door. So, as I'm like putting the lightsaber in the door, you see Kot. What she is more of like an apparition. She's not really like a thing. As he puts the lightsaber on the door. You following along, Kot?
Is the door glowing?
The door itself is not glowing, no.
Okay.
Hello. There you go. I fucking wasn't working for a second.
Oh,
Anyways, nodding his
boy.
head.
There's more. I'm going to investigate to see if there's any trapdoors. Anybody want to perceive if
I'll
there's
run
anything?
perception.
I will run.
Yeah, I will.
Well,
Okay, we're
I'll
all
say
doing it
Bip
nice.
will
But
roll
we'll do it as a group
perception.
project, boys.
yeah.
27 on trapdoors.
11.
Natural 20.
20 for ice.
Alright.
I'm gonna review.
Bip is 15.
26. On perception.
Now I just need 2 natural ones to balance the scales.
So
Why
all
would
of
you
you
say
step
that?
in.
Shut
All of
the
you.
fuck up.
Because I have shitty luck.
All of you step in, and ice. You take a good look around. There are no signs of any traps anywhere. Everything looks good to go.
Pretty neat room.
Neat.
Is anything in this room glowing?
There is nothing in this room that is glowing.
Burn, can you see if there's anything glowing past this door?
Is there a gap in the door?
That's a good point. Lightsaber.
Oh dear God.
You ignite the lightsaber inside the door and you open the door. You'll give me just a moment.
How long have we been in here? Like
You've
with,
been in here.
with a mixture of the rocks being moved and us just kind of dicking around with the doors.
You've been here, I'll say, about an hour.
Interesting. Okay, I love this. Love it.
Dicking
Brandon Lee
around with
Mulligan,
the
I love
doors.
you.
What?
We come
don't
outside
love
with,
me?
like 3 days
I do
pass.
love you. I just have to show love towards my boy. I love you, Brandon
Oh,
Lee Mulligan.
absolutely. Bo and I share a deep and platonic love for Brendan Lee Mulligan. Love you, Brendan.
You're the best.
So the best around. No one's ever going to get you down.
Seriously, I can't tell you how much I love him. Anyways, go on.
Salami and almonds forever to our Lord and Savior, Brendan Christ. So
I will bring you all the snacks, Brendan, if you DM one
Holy
of
shit,
my-
open the
sorry.
door.
we will install the mountain in your back. Sorry,
you
we're having a
imagine-
nerd out.
Could you imagine him seeing this randomly, just being like, "Oh,
No.
let's watch this," and he's like, "You guys are
It's
pretty
like
cool."
they actually know about me. Anywho, so
What are you talking about? He's pissed. Anyways, good.
you open the door and you see inside a dark, musty room. It is dripping with water, but there's only about a quarter inch on the floor, enough to make it slick and wet. But there is tubing and electricity moving through the ceiling, all converging on one spot. As you look to the end of the chamber and see an altar with a still breathing Ma'alras sitting on it. There are tanks on every side of the room. Here, here, here. And you see these tanks with partially formed Malros.
Oh. Remember, Freedon Nad, somewhat of a geneticist. Keep your eyes peeled for anything. However, I'm going to investigate this. Everybody spread out.
Hiram, the creature on the altar has hundreds of small tubes sticking into its body. You see a large tube down its throat. You see tubes in its ears. You see tubes down its nostrils. And as you step closer to the dais on the altar, you see its eyes struggle to open despite the buildup of crust. And you hear the crackle as the buildup of filth is broken, and the Malros looks at you with the most tired and bloodshot eyes you've ever seen. This thing looks like it's been here a long time. And I will say, make a perception check for me, or a technology check.
Funny enough. Technology, baby. 15.
These tubes are made of material that is obsolete by over 1,000 years. They work, they function, but they were state-of-the-art for their time. You watch it drawing out biological material slowly and steadily, and pushing nutrients into the creature equally slowly and steadily. You look at its body, the muscles completely atrophied, and yet it is very clearly alive. Judging by the technology here and the state of the creature, it's been here, strapped to this table, for at least a century, if not far, far longer.
Does the technology look worthy of salvage?
It looks to be very old. It looks to be serviceable. It looks to be devices that you've seen various pieces and parts of before. You're not an engineer. You're not someone who's familiar with the technology as much as somebody whose profession it would be. But it looks like the combination of these devices, as well as the extremely advanced growth tanks on either side of the chamber, this thing is being used to create more of itself. And yet, when you glance over to the creatures in the tanks, they're bigger. They have extremely large muscle mass. Their scales are a different color. This thing looks like, yes, everything, every tank and the entire altar, everything is glowing in this room. It looks like, Hiram, as you take a glance at these tanks, this creature looks pitiful and disgusting and on the verge of death. These things look exactly like the ones you fought at the riverside.
Boys, you know me. I enjoy many of great things. A nice glass of scotch with from the best barrel of mahogany. I look back at Nox. But I don't take too kindly to animal cruelty. I'm evil, but I'm not a monster. Burn, do you think you can get that thing out of here without disturbing anything else?
What? The Malros or all of this?
The main
and
one.
The emotions. Burn's going to go over to it. Bip is going to sit on my shoulder.
Let it
and
die peacefully. And if it kills whatever's in the tubes, by all means, we can salvage the parts and the Empire can use it.
Yeah, I was like, can I make a check of some sort to investigate the thing?
Make a medicine check to determine what you can do.
Hey,
Hiram is looking at this as an Arcanian and not as an Imperial. And as he's looking at it, Hiram is imagining a humanoid in it.
Burn, you don't know much about these creatures. You can tell that it is in very poor health. You don't know what will happen if you detach it.
Can I investigate the machinery?
You may.
Investigation or technology?
This would be technology.
And whatever is this, I'm going to get a D6 from... Not D6, what is it? D8. From BIP, touching for temporary boost. As well as... So, BIP's temp boost is... Constitution. It is a D6.
Cool. Hey.
So that is a... 23.
You notice that there are tubes drawing biological material out of its body. You also notice that there is a catheter in both the rear and the front genitalia. You notice that there are nutrient tubes pumped directly into the stomach, including one down the throat. There are oxygen tubes in the nose. There are tubes of water in the ears that look to be constantly cycling the creature's fluids, essentially moderating its blood sugar. And the creature looks as if it is being both simultaneously killed and kept alive by this technology. And it is such a horribly sadistic and yet beautiful piece of machinery that you don't know whether to hate it or to admire it.
Does it look like if I disconnect the creature, the other pods will open?
You don't know really how any of these are connected. You do know it would be difficult to remove all of the technology, the tubing, from the creature without harming it. It does look...
We're not gonna just harm it. It's already at its last door. I'm saying that if we kill it, will the others be released?
From your perspective, the cages are locked for now.
Burn.
I will say, as you're looking at them,
get to the back of the room.
The cages that hold the Malros are still pups.
Burn, whatever you're gonna do it. No, Cot, you stay next to Burn.
No. Yeah, you stay here.
The doors are like open, right? Open.
Yes.
Okay. MR1300, get yourself a vantage point best you can. Something tells me that we might run into our friends from the river, or similar things.
Burn's gonna place his hand on its head and feel where the base of its skull is.
You feel the creature unable to even move its neck due to the lack of strength in it. You feel for the base of its skull, and it just closes its eyes. And for the first time in however long it's been here, you see it relax just a little bit.
Burn's gonna take out his vibro dagger.
Wait, Burn.
Place. Yes, Hiram?
In Sith, I'm gonna tell the creature, be calm, my friend. You may rest now.
The eyes open, and as if speaking to you, Hiram, it looks at you and just slowly closes its eyes and sets its head down to the side, exposing its neck.
Gonna drive it right into the spinal column, base of the brain, kill it instantly.
Burn, even if you were to deal 1 point of damage, you've killed this creature instantly.
Yep.
Sleep well, my beast. I'm gonna take my revolver out. Not entirely sure what we did, but I'm aware we
Good
might have done
sheath.
something crazy.
You watch the animal's body convulse. All of the tubes slam out of it. They pull and they whip, and a wide variety of tubing and all the tentacles, the tentacled ends of it, pull out and slam back into the ceiling. All of these containers open, and the tubes connected to each of the creatures dislodge, similar to how this creature was held. The feeding tubes down the throat, the catheters, the different injection ports, all of the pups drop onto the floor as them and their liquid are unceremoniously spilled over the floor. Caught. It washes against your feet. It feels thick and viscous like mucus. As the pups scramble and squirm on the floor, you all realize they're suffocating. They don't know how to breathe.
Bip.
Saber Squad, put them out of their misery.
Burn.
Yeah, Bip is going to float over above this one flying saucer and just beam.
Okay. Burn, how do you dispatch of them?
He's just going to also Spectrum Ray beam.
Okay. Caught, Vilchon.
Just quick deaths with the weapons.
Alright. Vilchon's double sword, she takes it and just, like a very quick jab, caught. You with the axe, you just lift and chop like you're chopping an onion. How does Nox finish them?
He steps on their skulls and popping them as he goes through.
Ice.
He'd watch it for a minute before just taking out his blaster and shooting it in the head.
MR1300.
MR1300 just pulls out his vibro cutlass and off with their heads.
It is quick and as painless as you can make it, and within a minute, all of them are still.
Burn, Ice, MR1300, Bip, I want you to get as much on camera of this place as you can.
Bip, full sweep.
Burn, Rook, as Hiram looks around, he writes down in his data pad. Obviously nobody else can see it, but he writes down in his data pad potential force-sensitive cloning as the header.
You hold the...
Yes.
That's Bip. That's Bip taking scans. Hiram, you pull your data pad and you type this in, and you watch the download progress bar at the top of your screen suddenly activate and slowly fill up, and within 3 seconds, the bar reaches 100%, the entire pad goes black, and it flashes on again with a red background and ancient Sith text. Creature in... You look at it, and it says, Creature Enhancement Device. Resetting calibration.
Alright. Let's get through these last doors and see where it takes us.
Bip.
My calculations, we might be back at the entrance.
Hiram, you turn off the datapad and leave?
I do.
Very well then. As you shut the pad off, you watch as the screen collapses into an app on your datapad, and then shuts off.
Hiram is mumbling to himself. And if anybody rolls high enough, I'll just start talking. So whoever rolls high enough, it's a 15. He's not really keeping too quiet.
I would say passive perception of 15 or higher also detects that.
23.
I'll say
18.
Why can't I see any update? I think my fucking thing.
No. That's their passive.
Ah.
You need them to make an active perception check to detect.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm telling
Okay,
Burn
good.
it's passive. He said he couldn't see it.
Ah, alright then, yeah.
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 I could let the Emperor know that Force-sensitive cloning is possible. If he's not interested in it, then the Grand Inquisitor would be. But the Emperor needs to know that his secret, and possibly Lord Vader's, is out.
Everybody hears that. Because all of you, I assume, have
A
DC
perception higher than 15.
passive perception.
Passive
No.
perception.
Oh, Burn does not.
Bip does, though.
Oh,
Hmm.
there you go.
And. Actually, no, Bip does not have a passive perception.
Okay.
And I say that in basic. I don't say that in any other language.
Hiram is speaking to himself and MR1300 and Ice and Cod. You all hear him question whether or not the Emperor needs to know.
I look at Ice to notice that he notices. What do you think?
Serve the Emperor, don't we?
I figured since you are a clone, you might have ideas of what we could do.
I serve the Republic. Our Republic is now the Empire.
Before I open this door, I want you to know that I believe that my hypothesis is that we will be back at the entrance, but I must make an audience with the Emperor. It'll be high priority. Highest I could make it. I will not tell you what I know, but I will tell you what I do know might get me killed. But what I do know could help the Empire. And if it gets me killed, then if you are intelligent enough, you will find a datapad at my estate, and it will reveal everything. It is a datapad within the vault where I keep our billions of credits left over. All you need to do is go to Naboo, request Jenna to open the vault, and if I'm dead, the datapad will reveal what I know. Understood?
Understood, Captain.
Yes, sir.
This is for the sake of the Empire. Not because I wish to do something great, but because I trust all of you with my life, and I trust you with the Empire. That's if I die. I'm taking a gamble, but I trust the Emperor will see that I valuable enough to be used as a tool. And yes, tools are discarded as well, as I activate the lightsaber and open the door.
The door lights up and opens, and you step out into the main entrance hall.
Saber Squad. This is bigger than the Inquisitorius. This is much larger than the Navy. Everything we found here will possibly make or break the Empire. We depart for the Cutlass. The base stays here.
Might I suggest we take a stop at the factory?
Do what you
Fuck, I was
must.
muted. Before you left, Hiram, Cot's gonna... Hiram, there's something I would like to ask. First, before we do leave this planet.
Go for it.
Would you allow me and Vodchan to use the device to locate the other Tong?
You have much higher constitution than Bistro and the captain. I believe you should be fine. Both of you.
I'll
Fine.
keep the medical kit with me and watch to make sure that they're okay. And Bip will get a video feed for them.
Well done.
Think.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shuttle to the Cutlass. The Cutlass will depart, and then when Nowhere Station arrives, you can all join Nowhere Station. I'm going
Alright.
straight for the capital.
Do that, sir.
To clarify, as Dungeon Master Hiram, you're taking the Cutlass and going to Coruscant.
I am.
Going to Coruscant.
I am. With all of the stuff I have gathered.
Okay. And I will handle, with the time we have left, we have time for a few things. We will handle
Or
Cot.
does anyone have to go?
No, well, we have about 40 minutes left. There's only so much time for so much. So, gentlemen, if you will allow me, there will be plenty of time to do these things next week as well. We are going to handle Cotton Vodchan, and we're going to handle Hiram, and then we are going to handle one more thing.
But
Anything else?
I will just say my message as I'm heading to Coruscant is top priority meeting with the Emperor and Lord Vader, if possible, alone. And I will send my findings before I get there so they understand what they might understand.
You send all of the information.
Everything.
I'm gonna say
Cot.
something and burn once this is all done.
Go ahead. Ice, go ahead and speak to Burn, because you're both standing there as Cotton and Vodchan stick their arms in.
I was gonna say, before they stick their arms in, we're both gonna stand next to one, I'd imagine. And Bip is going to get a third angle.
Oh yeah, I'll turn on the helmet recording. Burn?
Turns off body
Do you
cam.
Burn, do you think we should give this a try?
I think that this will be enough data for a day to sweep through.
True. Next time then.
In all likelihood, it's not gonna show clones, it's gonna
Ugh.
show humans.
It's supposed to trace our blood, isn't it?
Ugh. Who knows? I traced force sensitives with 2 different species, and, well, hopefully, and he's gonna nudge Votron, so hopefully he's gonna find you a whole lot of friends.
We shall see. But
Cot and Vodchan are putting their arms into the device first.
Yep.
I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw as you stick your arms in.
First one is Cot, second one's Vodchan.
You both stick your arms in, the blades eject, and you stare at each other across the device, and you... Her gaze locks with you unwaveringly, and you see duty, her honor as a warrior and not flinching on the line, and most of all, love. As you feel the device begin to fill halfway, I need you both to make another Constitution saving throw.
First one Cot, second one Vodchan.
You both inject a full gallon of blood into the device. Due to Tong physiology, I will say that instead of the standard 5 pints of blood, you have 8. So this takes about half. This takes just over half of your blood. You're not in anywhere near as bad a shape as Bistro and the captain, but you are still drained of your vitality enough that you pull the arms out and they are covered in blood as soon as the blades retract, and you are still profusely actively bleeding.
Give him medical attention.
Okay.
Yep.
Burn, what are you going to cast or do?
I'm going to I'm going to cast the Coldo dispenser.
Okay. You're going to do that for Vodshan, so she's going to continually heal. You can roll for the heals. It's okay, because you're applying medical. She's not going to die. And then, who is applying medical to Kot? And how?
I have a med pack, and for stopping the bleeding, I guess I'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. I believe I have a... Well, I have a cloak.
If I recall... adventuring gear, med... Because it depends. This is why I like the item descriptions. Med pack.
Med pack just stops bleeding.
Quick-acting syringe filled with a concentrated dose of Kolto. Okay, so based on the properties of Kolto, which is like the early form of Bacta, you jam it right into the open wound, and it helps the blood almost immediately coagulate, and his bleeding stops pretty quickly. Okay. So you stop the bleeding, and he heals a little bit.
Thank you.
Dog.
We've got you. Yeah, I can hear him. I know.
Yeah,
I know. I can hear him.
16.
I'm gonna say.
You watch as Vodshan holds her arm as you start injecting the Kolto dispenser into her. That was unpleasant and painful.
I'd imagine so. Bip, visual data.
All of you, watch as the map lights up again, and much fewer than the Jedi, but still in the hundreds. You watch as small, pulsing, concentrated sets of dots on different worlds light up.
Looks like we found them.
Yeah. Congratulations. You know where your friends are.
You two were talking about using it?
Another time when the med team is here, and we have 2 more clones, because I don't think we're going to be able to handle that very well, Kot.
Yeah.
Brent's gonna tap his radio.
Okay.
Captain, you there?
Yes, sir, I am.
We've got something in here. I want 2 clones that are either deaf or blind, but that are willing to help with a medical experiment that involves a lot of blood being drawn in a very painful way.
He takes a second.
We're not killing them, don't worry. It's a device that several of our Saber Squad members have used. Not exactly normal. And I don't want them to have to watch or hear each other scream if this thing does anything extra for us.
Sir, I don't understand.
It's a locator. It requires input.
It requires blood samples, sir. Fresh blood samples?
Fresh, unfortunately.
Can I cut into this line, or is this just between the 2 of them?
It's a... do you motion to Burn? Do you want in?
He waves to you.
You've seen Burn on comms before. It's reasonable to assume he's speaking to Fordo. You've seen him doing this the whole time.
He'll patch ice in.
We need 2 clones willing to give a decent amount of blood through a very painful means. If it helps, Vern and I are also going to be doing it.
Yes.
Sirs, there are men of the 332nd as well as the 41st Rangers and the 91st Recon on patrol. I could send a few of them in if you'd like.
We need 2 volunteers.
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 Yes, sir.
They will
I'll-
be unwilling.
We will explain to them if they so choose to do this.
Shall I ask some of the more wounded of our brothers here at the facility, or shall I ask the ones in the field with you?
I'm going to patch directly at Vern. I'd prefer we not use the wounded.
That would probably be good, so they don't keel.
I'll patch back into the line with him. No, we don't need. Let's leave the
Someone with
injured
a
alone.
good constitution if they volunteer.
Hold on.
So he confirms, and gentlemen, that is where we will leave that for the evening. I would like to... Actually, we'll finish that out because there's no real point in me delaying it. You receive 2 troopers. You are contacted by Fordo. Sir, I have 2 troopers of the 41st Rangers standing outside the compound. The stormtroopers are refusing to let them through, sir.
Hiram, got 2 troopers for a volunteer to help me and ice.
I understand.
The machine.
I understand. I'll contact the troopers. Troopers is Admiral Versen. Before the Cutlass departs, allow these clones to enter.
Yes, sir.
I'm
The
gonna
stormtroopers...
hand a med pack.
Yes.
Use this on me
Okay.
when we're done.
As Scott pulls out the device and the belt is about to eject it into your neck, you hold up a hand when we're done.
Burn's gonna hand Votron medpack.
You will not fall, brother.
Hopefully, if I do, it's on my face. It's already fucked
Nice. He suddenly remembers. Oh, and use this on the other clone. And he gives him another one.
Okay.
When we're done.
I get it.
So you boys watch as 2 more troopers of the 41st Ranger, their dark green and black camo pattern armor. Both of them are holding DLT-19X sniper rifles. Both of them step in and nod to you, Burn. And both of them step up to the device and look at each other. So, I heard that this was just gonna take a little bit of our blood and, tell us what sorts of various diseases we've contracted from this hellhole.
It's going to hurt a lot.
Sir, morale is extremely important. I thought you would have remembered that from your training, your vastly superior training. And he sticks his arm in and twists. Oh!
I see.
And-
Sorry
Yep.
as well.
All right,
All at once.
rolling for the clone on the right, the clone on the left.
And this is just Constitution saves.
Yes, all of you make a Constitution save.
Hey, Grandmaster Con.
Hey, yeah.
All right, you only need to make 1 save because you're using 4 people.
Oh,
So, you watch as the clone on the left, the clone on the right, technically, to your left, Ice. He holds his arm. Oh! Oh! I got it! I got it! You watch the other clone holding his arm inside, and he is stern. He's not moving. His helmet is on, but you could tell he's staring intently ahead of him at nothing. And you watch as the device fills up, and both of them pull their arms out. This trooper pulls out a stump and
Oh,
falls
shit.
back onto the floor, unconscious.
Shit.
Cut!
Going. Gonna go over to the trooper. Check.
Caught. A med pack will not be enough here. You need to apply a tourniquet.
This is really bad.
Medicine check.
Fuck.
Voltron, ignore me. Here, take the trauma kit. Hit him with it. Not literally, but you know. So, Burns giving
Nine.
Voltron the trauma kit.
You don't need to have a medicine check to apply a trauma kit. You just take it. Burn walks you through how to apply it. You take the tourniquet out. You apply the tourniquet, and you stop the bleeding. He's no longer dying. You watch Burn as the arm is still impaled, sitting inside the device.
Fucking hell.
This trooper over here is actively bleeding. He pulls out his own medkit and jams it into his arm, and you watch as his fingers clench as the blood coagulates. Ah! Ugh!
Bip, can you retrieve the arm?
Bip reaches in and grabs a hold of the arm carefully. The device retracts and the arm stump slides out, and Bip guides it to the floor as he's not strong enough to hold it. Guides it to the floor and lays it there.
And the
Stormtroopers,
device.
we're gonna have an emergency medical transport out. Get it ready now.
Yes, sir. Triage, we have a trooper incoming. Stand by for exfil. And the line cuts.
Captain,
Yes, sir.
machine's curse kicked in.
Curse?
We need a
What do you mean curse?
reattachment. We need an emergency reattachment ready.
Reattachment? Yes, sir. Medical staff are on standby and waiting, sir.
Get the full emergency medical. Fucking arm came off because of this fucking thing.
Yes, sir. And the line cuts. You look at the machine, Ice, and the whole system lights up. This is the most numerous of all of the readings. And you draw in the data as best you can. I assume Bip is also analyzing the data.
Yeah, Bip is also analyzing.
Due to Bip being a droid and being able to analyze on the fly, Bip's recording and Ice's recording, you'll have the raw stream of Ice's recording, and Bip will begin analyzing the data as you operate. You and Voltron. Voltron rushes over, grabs the trooper under the arms, and starts to drag him out of the room with the tourniquet applied. And you attempting to use the med kit to stabilize him. He's stabilized, but he's not doing well as you're carrying the arm, Burn.
Yes.
Okay, you get outside. The stormtroopers, a couple of them have gathered up at the transport. The stormtrooper, one of them takes his arm and immediately puts it into a flash cooler, shuts it, and you watch it flash freeze the arm. You watch as they pull him in, and they immediately begin wrapping the wound. You see the 4 stormtroopers, standard issue stormtroopers, performing as if they are senior level medical students, and they are giving each other tips and, do this, do that, remember his blood's thinner than most, as the doors shut and the LAAT takes off.
I will say, at least Burn would be on that LAAT.
Okay, Burn, you will leave the site and you will be on the LAAT. Do you leave Bip behind?
No. Bip is
Okay,
with me.
Bip comes with you. You are traveling back to the facility yourself. We'll handle that later. Hiram.
Bonus episode material.
Bonus episode or next session, it depends. Hiram.
Do we understand what I sent though?
I do.
Okay.
You sent the raw data.
I'm not sending like.
Yeah,
"Hey,
you're not an idiot.
I know who you are.
You're not an idiot. You are an admiral.
I'm just trying to get to the room where it happens.
Oh boy.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
You watch out, Mouse. We are not in the same universe. You watch yourself. We know that snow speeders don't have hyperspace capacity.
You're gonna fucking shoot.
What do you mean? We know that snow speeders don't have. Are you telling me the mouse thinks that
In
air
Kenobi air speeders jumped to hyperspace.
They had modified Class 15 hyperdrives.
Wow.
It's a
Class
T-47.
15.
Yeah, it's a T-47 air speeder. It shouldn't have the tech it did, but it did. Because they wanted something that looked cool and nostalgic instead of something that made sense. So they rebuilt the entire vehicle's engine.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying the mouse doesn't understand that you
Yeah,
can't just
anywho.
put something we know and think we're gonna be like, ooh, it's so cool.
Anywho.
This is real.
Hiram.
This is good. Star Wars.
I
Sorry, go ahead.
didn't catch that they had hyperdrive in this show. I thought they had like the carrier ship and that's it.
Also, just for the
Damn.
funny.
Hiram.
Yes.
The 9 hours you spend on the Cutlass, alone in your office, are some of the most excruciating, worrisome, violently ill hours you have spent in your entire existence. You have never once been this pensive, this racked with guilt and with apprehension. You try to eat something, anything, over the course of this rest, and you can't keep a single bite of it down. You desperately try to keep yourself in control, and it's not working. You arrive over the galactic core, and as soon as the Cutlass drops out, a call appears on your desk from Governor Thrawn.
Immediate answer.
Admiral.
Thrawn.
I have been given a task. 2, actually. The first, of my own accord. I wish to bid you a temporary farewell, Admiral. We are, after all, men of great ambition. I have mine and you have yours. You have done great service for the Empire, and I wish to congratulate you on your progress thus far. I myself am off to a research station to live up to your legacy. The other reason I am here is because His Majesty has informed me to instruct you to land at the palace and head to his personal chamber immediately.
Understood.
He looks you in the eyes. Admiral, I am aware of your people. I am aware of their art. I am aware of your culture. I am aware of you. I've never met a stronger, braver man in all my life. Half-breed or no. Arcanian or no. Admiral, you inspire me, and you will continue to do so. Regardless. And the line cuts. And the unspoken word hangs in the air regardless of what happens.
Hiram smiles. He puts the lightsaber on his desk. And he looks it for a second. And in Arcanian, he just... There is peace. And he stands up.
Hiram, you take a shuttle provided for you. You see a Lambda class enter the hangar bay. And as it lands, you see 2 guards clad in red robes step forward, and you feel a chill run up your spine.
I'm unarmed. Completely unarmed. Everything is off.
You hear a very distinctive sound as the pad settles. Admiral.
I bow. Lord Vader.
Your presence is requested. Immediately.
Agreed. And I follow his lead.
You step onto the shuttle. The Royal Guards step directly behind you and the doors shut. The shuttle lifts off the Cutlass and flies for the Capitol building.
Lord Vader.
Admiral Hiram Vosen. Your record is impressive. Most impressive.
I aim to please His Majesty.
Your aim is very astute. Make an insight check.
Oh. I'm actually shaking. This is funny.
Roll, Hiram. I am.
18. I'm gonna give myself a +7 and a D8. So 25 plus the D8. 27.
Vader has always been a bundle of rage, of anger, of barely restrained power. And yet, there is the slightest hint of disdain. Not for one who you perceive to be beneath you, but one for you perceived to be a challenge. The shuttle.
Sorry, just a side note. That was genuinely, bravo to you. That was genuinely involuntary.
The shuttle lands. And you see the door open as Vader wills you forward. You feel his presence pushing you out. Not the Force, but the force of his will. The inspiration of fear that travels with the Dark Lord as you inexorably step out. It is pissing rain as you walk across the long platform to Palpatine's personal office.
This weather hasn't rained like this in a while. It's been about 9 months since it rained here before, hasn't it?
You hear the gripping of leather as you detect Vader's fist clenching. His Majesty awaits us, Admiral.
Yes, Lord Vader.
You walk into the chamber and instantly feel dry, not from warmth, but from biting cold. As you look into the room, and you see a singular presence sitting in the chair. And you feel the sadistic glee. And Hiram, you feel raw power. And if you didn't sense it before, if your character had not realized it before, you know what that blip was that overtook the galaxy in that instant. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this by any chance having to do with fear or charm?
This is having to do with you controlling your own fear. Because that is what you are feeling right now.
Gotcha. Okay. That helps me. I'm going to do this. And 29. Wait,
29.
before you say anything, I'm going to use the once a day thing I have as an Arcadian. Oh, a 30. It's just a flat 30. No, okay, please, Christ almighty. Me as the player, please, Christ almighty. Hiram trying to hold his composure.
A 30, you say?
Just that's just it. Just a 30.
He has advantage.
Damn. Beat by 10.
Beat by a natural 20.
Then we shall stand here in our own piss, but I shall stand nonetheless. Only few have stood in this spot.
Hiram, you smile desperately.
I close my eyes while I'm smiling.
You see the Emperor smile back, and even as your eyes close, you're on the boat.
Your Majesty.
Admiral, a pleasure once again. But I do believe you have something for me.
If I may stand before you here, at least in my own mind, aboard an ancient family ship of mine, please allow me to speak truth and honor for the Empire. I will be brief.
You may speak, Admiral.
At the conception of this empire, you brought peace to the galaxy that no one has ever seen. The ancient Sith Lords of the Old Republic would bow in what you have done. The Sith Empire, the Eternal Empire, many different empires that tried their hand at ruling the galaxy would falter. You are on a level no one else can aspire to. I do not speak this to make you feel good about yourself. I speak this because I know you know this, and I have been to the tomb of Freedon Nad. And in that tomb, we found many great things. A box with many great powers. A map that shows us wonders of the galaxy. A ring that could be manufactured to help any delegate control what they need to control, and an ancient facility that could potentially help clone even those who are force sensitive.
You see him smile at you. But that is not all you discovered, is it, Admiral? You discovered a device. A way. No. You discovered them. Even here in the recesses of your mind, you cannot hide it from me.
No, my lord.
And so, you know where all of the Jedi reside.
Yes, my lord.
All of the Jedi, Admiral.
I'm well aware of Carthonasi's writings. Not every Force user is a Jedi. Some Force users, like Jolie Bendo, did not subscribe to the Jedi teachings. Some wished to use their powers to assist the galaxy. Some would say that those who were able to use that power to obtain favor in the public eye would have used that power for good. A good that could bring peace to a galaxy that is in chaos. A peace that I believe is to be true and orderly.
You see the Emperor smile. And his mind overcomes your own as you are drawn into the blackness and then wrenched back into his office as Vader stands right behind you, a blade pressed to your back, and the Emperor with a blade pressed to the base of your skull. As they both retract the lightsabers and hook them to their belts.
May I make a wisdom saving throw real quick?
To avoid being ill, yes.
A 25.
You barely hold together as the Emperor smiles in an expression that will be etched in your soul forever. Admiral, I do believe that you have proven yourself worthy of my service, time and time again. And now, the secrets of the galaxy unfold before you, and you have accomplished what even Lord Vader was unable to achieve. I congratulate you on your success. And I wish you good fortune. For you need it. Hiram. The Emperor turns and beckons.
When does Lord Vader start walking away? If he does, like, in any way, shape, or form. I wish to say something if it happens.
He stays where he is, but the Emperor beckons you forward.
I walk forward, and 2 steps in, I say, the map was very peculiar. Planets that I haven't heard of, and planets I have, such as Abyss and the Empress Teta system, but I'm going to side-eye this. There were 2 blips on Tatooine.
Tatooine, you say?
Yes, that backwater planet seems to have mysteries of its own. I'm watching Vader's reaction.
You watch. I want you to make an insight check on Darth Vader for the 2nd time tonight.
Oh, that's the lowest ever. Oh.
Add whatever bonuses you like.
Oh, I'm out. Wait, no. Would I have had a long rest? Heading over?
No, not considering the stress you've been under.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, no, I don't have any.
You guys are free to say, "Hey, I'll impose a penalty on myself for circumstances." I'm invoking that right.
No, that's a good one. I like it.
Hiram, you watch as Vader's helmet dips at the mention of Tatooine. You watch him stand there silently. Hiram.
I'm still walking towards the Emperor though. Like he beckoned me, so I'm going. I was just looking. I'm not sticking around this mechanical monster.
You take a step.
Oh, fuck.
As you hear movement.
Okay, I give myself a heads up. I'm just.
You watch.
Jesus.
As Palpatine stops and suddenly turns, his eyes flash a deep yellow, similar to Kandor's, as his mind echoes in your own. Admiral, the lightsaber.
What lightsaber? I don't have one. I have.
He pulls out. He pulls out his own and shoves it into your fingers. As he turns you, Hiram, make an attack with your lightsaber. You have advantage with a +8 with a D8.
Okay, I assume puppetry. Natural 20.
Holy crap! A natural 20.
34.
And a 30 versus a 34 natural 20 as Vader's lightsaber collides with the Emperor's in your hands.
Lord Vader.
You feel Palpatine's will exert itself on you, and you are not filled with fear at the sight of the Dark Lord. You are filled with rage as you push the blade back and sever Vader's hand with a single blow. You hear him fall back as the metal chunks remove themselves from his shattered limb. As Palpatine wrenches his lightsaber back from you, Hiram, you collapse to the ground, barely conscious. As Palpatine points the blade at Vader's throat.
My apologies, my lord.
Palpatine turns and smiles at you just for a moment. I wonder, Lord Vader, if your feelings on this matter are clear. We will discuss this more in private, Admiral. And you feel the strength return to your body as if buoyed up by an unseen force.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You have work to do. Return to Daxon. Continue the experiments. The Grand Inquisitor and the Fifth Brother will accompany you.
Fifth Brother?
Yes. The Fifth Brother.
I'm unaware that there were more, but if possible, my lord, may I speak?
And what would you say to a Dark Lord of the Sith as he looks back to Vader?
As soon as he says Sith, I speak Sith. I'm your humble servant. The blade in which that you wield. There was a peculiar dot on Alderaan.
You see Vader's attention go from the lightsaber and his master to you.
He just stands there.
Palpatine responds in Ancient Sith. You are dismissed, Admiral.
Hiram walks past Vader. Is he on the ground?
On the ground, missing his right hand. It is all metal. There's not blood anywhere.
Hiram walks by. And just glares at him. And briefly offers a hand. And wait, I'm gonna say this. I believe I'll be hunting Jedi with you. I guess this is where the fun begins.
Vader reaches his arm up and takes yours as you help him to his feet. He shoulders his cloak around his body, hiding his broken right arm, uses the Force to pull his lightsaber and attach it to his hip. He bows to the Emperor and steps out of the chamber, as if nothing had happened.
Hiram does what the Emperor said, and he'll get on a shuttle and head back to Duxon. Holy crap.
Hiram,
Oh my gosh.
you hear one last thing
Ooh.
as you leave the chamber. It is a message. It is as you step into the Cutlass, you see a message, an active call, and it's from Saxon.
I answer it. Yeah, I answer it.
You open the message. You see a screen rather than a person, as it's a live feed from his helmet. You see the jungles of Duxon, and you see everything on fire as your ears are immediately blasted. And you see the line cut for a moment before the connection reestablishes, and you hear blaster bolts, explosions, sounds of dozens of types of weaponry. Admiral! Admiral, we're under attack here! Some